How's it going? Hi. Hi, hi, hi. No, I have my own hat. I said bring your own hat. You should have your own hat. You should have came prepared. Now you're gonna get probed. You're gonna get probed. It's not my fault. Okay, listen. I am not liable financially or in any other way if you get probed. Okay? Okay. Just saying. I'm just saying. I may or may not be the one that does the probing. Just know that if you didn't bring the hat, you go into the probing line. If you don't have a hat, I need you to line up and pull down your pants. For no particular reason at all. Don't worry about why. Just do it. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna look into aliens tonight. It's gonna be good. I watched Signs the other day before I went to sleep, and all I thought about since then is aliens. Aliens, there's so much to them, it's actually kind of fucking crazy, to be honest. But we're gonna look at some stuff about them and try to figure out if they're real or not. Do you guys think aliens are real? I feel like they are. I feel like there's no way that we're the only fucking things, living things in all of space. There's no way, right? Yeah? Kind of mixed here, actually. Never seen one. That's not how that works. Somewhere out there, that's how I feel. Somewhere out there, they exist. Somewhere in the galaxy, there's an alien probing someone right now as we speak. I mean, Canadians. We have some Canadians. They're aliens. Right? Where's my Canadian aliens at? They're snow aliens. Aliens exist, but whether they are more advanced than us or equivalent is a completely different question. Yeah, that's true. I learned some stuff about that, actually. Maybe they exist, but I'll wait until there's some evidence. But there's been evidence and nobody believes it anyway. Oh, you have the same hat that I have? Okay, so you have a tinfoil hat. You're not getting probed. Good job. Okay. Who else does not have a hat? Who else needs to go into the probing line? What if we just do like a... Of course you don't have a fucking hat, Necro. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised at all? We can just do like a factory assembly line and it's just for like probing, you know? I have a MILF hat. Does that count? Does that count? No, it does not. You have to have a tinfoil hat or you're getting probed. I don't make the rules, okay? That's just how it is. No, we are not cooking beads! Got enough probing for today? You talking about on Twitter? Yeah, that's true. You did get probed pretty hard today. Why do I have you on my work PC at full volume? I don't know, but you definitely should not. I'm just saying. You definitely shouldn't. Yeah, we're gonna watch some videos about Roswell and Area 51 and some conspiracy theories like the Great Filter Theory. Stuff that I thought was interesting. React, Andy, eat my ass, Andy, okay? How about that? I want to talk about aliens, and we're going to talk about them. Ah! Start moaning. What the fuck? What is wrong with you? This is one of my mods, by the way. There's no beans! You're not getting beans! Nobody's getting beans, okay? No one's getting beans. We're watching aliens, okay? Guys are trying to sidetrack me. I kind of feel like I kind of feel like you guys might be aliens, actually, because you're trying to sidetrack me from finding out the truth about aliens. Yeah, you. Gonna change the timeout redeem to timing out any person. I feel like we'll need it for certain opinions this stream. I mean, you're probably right. I'm not gonna lie. Legals are green people. I guess they'd be both. I suppose they'd be both. Hi, Vlad. Hello, hello. I can't say that I'm not positive about possibly not being an alien. So you're definitely an alien. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Twig is an alien. Crab people or lizard people? I feel like lizard people. I'm feeling lizard people today. Maybe I change my mind tomorrow. Yeah, I'm calling ICE. I'm calling ICE. Too many aliens in the chat. Technically, aliens are doing us a favor of intergalactic deportation when they take one of those folks. Yeah. I'm gonna have to call ICE, sorry. It's ICE or get probed. Your choice. Your choice. Cat needs to be deported. Can't deport me. Okay, I'm an American. Can't deport me. I'm not going anywhere, buddy. Nice try. I'm bi, I'll take the probe. Oh my God. I'm an American. What? With that accent? I used to be like, well, huh? What? What? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Bad accent? Good accent? Do I have a weird accent? Do I sound like an alien? Do I sound like an alien? I might. You always do? Do I? Really? I sound like a glorp? Like how you sound hardly any different putting the accent on? You're so fucking full of shit. I'm an American. Fuck! I hate you so much. I fucking hate you, actually. I'm going to take you out back and put you down. Can you make yourself green? I don't know. I was actually kind of curious about that. I wonder if, like, there's a thing where I can make myself green. Hold on, let me see. Fuck it. Let's find out. Where would I make myself green? Without, like, going through every single... You did it in a stream? Did I? I don't remember that. Okay, hold on. Hold on! Like that? What does this do? What? Nothing happened. Hold on. There we go. Oh, God, okay. That is me. And how... That's like a awkward green. Hold on. Oh. I look weird. I look like a juggalo. Fuck. I did not. Yeah, this is my shiny form. This is my shiny form, guys. Hold on, what else we got? That was the color one. I think that's the only colored one. Sponsored by Monster? Actually true. Aw shit, here we go again. Were you here for the time that I, like, spurged out on these things for, like, an hour and a half? You probably were. That was actually fun. Where's my favorite one? I want to fuck with that one. Hold on. Where's it at? Where is it at? That's not it. Where is it? I can't find it. Fuck. Man, that's lame. If I was bald, I'm not making myself bald. Oh my God. We're not being bald. What is this? Oh. Okay, that's not what we want. No, I'm not doing it. You Yay! We're mistreated? Good! Good! I'm glad you're mistreated! Thank you, cowboy. The actual alien around here, the Canadian. I can't find my favorite one. This thing's stupid. Be bald, you coward? Fuck off! I'm not being bald. I actually don't have a bald toggle. I'd have to sit here and like take all my hair off piece by piece. Don't make me probe you. I can't be probed. I have a hat. I have the aluminum foil hat. Therefore, I'm safe from being probed. That's how it works. I read about it online in a fucking forum. Therefore, it's true. Anime girls are atomically closer to aliens and humans after all. That's true. You're not wrong. We have big ass eyes. Nani probes. God damn it. What was I? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing an alien stream? To think that I thought you guys could be mature about mature subject matter for longer than 15 seconds? No, of course not. What was I thinking? You brought up the probing? It needed to be talked about. It's important. What? That doesn't mean anything. Bullshit, you know better than that? Okay, fine. My bad. I'll remember from now on, okay? Did you know that foil hats, if anything, make signals worse by letting them bounce around in there, and you can amplify some single... Well, I counteract that because I have big fucking ears. So, my ears make all signals stronger. So, you know, just saying. I bet you guys wish you could do that, but you can't. So, get fucked. That ears be under the hat? No, I'm not tucking in my ears. I'm not tucking. You're gonna look at them. You're gonna look at them when they're erect, and you're gonna look at them when they're not. I'm not tucking it away. You'll deal with it. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm not tucking. I'm not tucking. It's like erect, flaccid. She's never tucking her 18 inches away, exactly. Hello, Rocket Socks! Hello! Thank you for following. You don't need to tuck. I can't tuck. They're too big. They're too big and girthy. Look at them. Think I could tuck this? I can't tuck this. Yeah, too big to tuck. Well, I can't find my thing that I like. The weird line thing. Where is it? Is this it? Hold on. Wait, no, this is not it. Oh, okay, that is definitely not it. That is not it. Where is my thing? No, 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 no. I took it off! I feel like they took it off. Yeah, I'm Speed Racer. I'm Speed Racer, exactly. Man! Watch, I'm gonna be able to find it right after I fucking end stream, too. Anytime I actually need something right at that moment, I can never find it. I'm too dumb. I'm too dumb for this stuff. Well, the only way I can make myself green is... Oh, wrong way. Like this. This is the only flavor of green I can be. I'm like... I'm like... Green apple. Green apple flavor. See. Green apple. Like my purple tongue? Yeah? They look good. Hold on. What else we got? Oh, wow. Wait, hold on. What if I... Oh, nope, that just fucks everything up. Nope, not that. Oh, what about this? Oh my God. It's like lime green. Lime? I'm lime green now. My God, wait, this is like pea green, piss green? Piss green, does that make sense? Even though piss is yellow? It's like a mixture. What are we doing? I'm turning green. On this side is the nicer colors. Except for this. This one's kind of scary. Okay, I need to stop fucking with this. I will actually do this, like, for the entirety of the night. You're just gonna have to deal with me not being green, okay? You're probably a lizard person? Yeah, well, I mean, we did kind of discuss that a little bit, didn't we? Lizard people or crab people? Right? You're green in my mind? Okay, good. Good. Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Big head jump scare? Shut up! My head is not... I was closer a minute ago. What? What do you mean? I get further away and it's a jump scare? Fuck off. I bet somebody has color blindness that makes you green. That's true, actually. That's true. I didn't even think about that. Okay, I'm green to someone somewhere. That's all that matters. Big head like an alien plays an X-Files theme. Oh my fucking God. So we're like divided on who believes in aliens and who does not believe in aliens, right? A lot of you said no. Which, by the way, you're wrong. Just saying. Anybody that says no is wrong. And I'm right. Always. I'm always right. That's just how it is. So. I'm indifferent? Okay. Show me an alien? What if I'm an alien? We don't know. I could be an alien. What if I'm an alien? And you just have no idea that I'm actually an alien? I do believe in them, just odds are something has to be out there. That's what I'm saying. Something has to be out there, right? It's literally impossible that our circumstances happened upon once among quintillions of planets. Seeing is a believing. Believing is seeing. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe. I have an alien in my room. Want me to snap a pic of the little guy? Yeah, show Necro an alien. Shit. Shut the fuck up, Vin. It was a typo, you idiot. Am I not allowed to make mistakes? Can I not make mistakes? I hate you. Shit. Whoa. Calling ice? Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Hi, Mr. E. Welcome. Welcome to the alien stream. Now you have to be perfect and flawless. I feel like I failed at that my first day on Twitter. When back in my V-Twitter arc, I feel like I failed at that already. Try speaking monotone like an alien? Wait, do they speak monotone? Hello. I am alien. My name Nani. I alien. Like that? Hello. Hello. Wait. Oh, I fucked it up. Hello. I'm cat, not alien. Oh, like a robot? I can't do a robot, can I? Hello. Hello. I am cat, not alien. Nani McGlure. Kalian. We come in peace. Like that. There we go. There we go. I'm getting it down. I'm getting it down. But other than that, how's everybody's day? What'd you guys do yesterday? Anything fun? I watched a movie that ended up being shit. I watched The Village. You guys seen that before? The Village by M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. No. Yeah. I wanted to watch it because I watched Signs the other night and I was like, I wonder if this movie is good. Because it's by the same guy, M. Night Shyamalan. I didn't like it. I was like, this is boring. This is boring in comparison to Signs. I feel like Signs put you up there, like, you're really expecting the movie to be really good. I liked it. Shut the fuck up, Vin. I liked it, okay? Hello, AG! I have not seen Interstellar, actually. Is it good? My favorite alien movie, honestly, is Dark Skies. I love Dark Skies. So fucking good. Ray! Hi! We need cheese! Hello, Riri! Hello, Riri and Raiders. Hi! Welcome. Welcome to the Glorp Fest. Does anybody have cheese for these rats? Yeah, wait, rat, you have cheese? You have some fucking cheese for these rats? Give them the cheese. You're responsible. You feed them. Yeah, you guys gotta share. You have to share cheese tonight. Sorry. But hi, Riri. How are you? Hello, cute rat. Hello, cute French rat. How are you doing? I hope you had a good stream. We're doing a stream about aliens, and we're gonna learn about aliens, and then anybody that doesn't have a tinfoil hat is getting probed. So we have a line forming over to the right of people that are getting probed. Oddly, some of the people that have hats, and I know they do, are going into the probing line just because they want to be probed. Kind of suspicious, just saying. So am I being called an alien and getting probed? Yes, you are. That's just how it's gotta be. You don't have the hat. Thank you for the follows. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Riri, for the raid. A pretty open guy up for experimenting. That's what I like to hear. We have some spare hats. Somewhere. I don't know where. One of my mods can help. You don't have a hat, you're getting probed. Sorry, yeah. You don't have a hat, you're getting probed. That's just how it is. What if I took off my hat on purpose? Yeah, okay. See? I knew it. Some of you are very suspicious. Okay. I'm writing you down. I have a list. I'm just saying. I have a list, and I will remember who it was. I have a lot of lists. I have like 312 lists now, I think, since I started streaming. And all of you are on at least one of those lists. Yeah. Exactly. I have a lot of lists, okay? I'm not going to let you know what they are. Just know that they exist. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. So many people are getting danded in. I love that anime so much. I know, I dropped my hat. I can't find it. Oh, yeah, I fucking bet you did. I fucking bet you dropped your hat. I'm sure. But yeah, we were talking about alien movies, and I was saying that one of my favorite alien movies is Dark Skies. I like them. I like that movie. Thank you, Mindels. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Dark Skies is fucking crazy. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but it's like a mixture between like a actual horror movie and like a sci-fi, I guess it would be. District 12. Yeah, actually, I have seen District 12, but it has been a really long time. It's been like since I was like, I want to say like 15 or something. long-ass time ago. Yeah, Paul. Paul's in it. Yeah, Paul Walker, right? Is that his name? Paul Walker? I think that was his name. The guy from the Fast and Furious movies? Oh. Never mind, I'm just retarded. Just ignore me. I'm retarded. Don't worry about it. Movie called Paul? Wait, what? What is a movie called Paul? Paul Walker is not in District 9 or 12. Fuck. Wait, what is District 9? Is that a game? Nani, we already knew that. Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Leave me alone! District 9 is also a movie. Okay. What is the difference between District 9 and District 12? Oh, it is District 9. I was just being gaslit. Okay. And I believed you, of course. Why am I so fucking easy to gaslight? Help! 3 blocks down. Yeah, exactly. 3 districts around the corner. Sorry. Wait, did I pull 12 out of my ass? I think you did. I think you need a good probing. We need to find out what else is up your ass. District 12, this is from the Hunger Games. You know, I've never seen the Hunger Games. Is that like a crime? Is that a crime? I feel like everyone has seen them but me. Hi, Anti. They're made, okay. I have never seen the Hunger Games, and I have never seen, what the fuck is that, those one movies with the walking? The Walking? The Ring! The Ring? No, not The Ring. That's a horror movie. The guy that has the ring. I've seen Maze Runner. The Ring, not The Ring. The guy, the people, and they walk, and they go to the volcano, and he throws the ring in there. The Lord of the Rings. Yes, thank you. I've never seen those. I've never seen those. I thought they looked stupid. You're so dumb. Yeah, fucking tell me something I don't already know. Those are not made? Really? They look shit. They look so bad. Listen, what is that line from Clerks 2? There's only one trilogy, you fuckers, and it's not of the ring, it's of the Jedi. Just saying, okay? That's all I have to say. You know, the thing is like, Star Wars is made. Somebody please ban arsenic and also kill him. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone that says Star Wars is bad, you're banned. You're banned. You're banned. You're banned and you're going to be killed. You're going to be killed in the backyard. Nani hates Star Wars or Lord of the Rings. Fuck. Lord of the Rings? Okay, listen, I haven't seen them. Okay, I watched the first one. And all they did was get up and walk around. The whole time. No, the old Star Wars. The old Star Wars movies. For talk, that shouldn't have been a trilogy. The Lord of the Rings should have been 2 movies. You think so? You think so? I don't know. Maybe I'll check them out at some point. Everyone bash her for liking Twilight. Shut the fuck up, Vin. What? What is wrong with Twilight? It's not my fault. No, he's not. Don't. No, he's not right. Wrong. Incorrect buzzer. Loud incorrect buzzer. Yeah, thank you. Edward was hot. You guys can shut up. Yeah, it is true. I like the hot vampire guy, okay? He was hot. Leave me alone. I can't help it. I'm a girl. He was good looking. So sue me. Blade is good too. Blade is good too. Listen, I like a lot of vampire stuff. Don't spray me, you fuck. I like a lot of vampire stuff. Okay? Vampires are fucking cool. Yeah, thank you. Robert Pattinson is good looking, okay? It's not my fault. I'm just saying. I like my vampire fantasies. Exactly. Like, I just recently finished watching True Blood. I like True Blood too. That was a really good show. Vampires are aliens. Yeah, we're getting so off track. The Lost Boys? Yes, I love that movie. I love that movie. It's so good. We got way off track. Somehow we ended up on vampires. It's supposed to be about aliens. Look what you guys did. It's your fault, by the way. Seen What We Do in the Shadows? No, I don't think I have seen that one. Is that a vampire movie too? Because you suck. You suck. I Am Legend? I haven't seen that one in a long time, but I have seen it. Yeah. I like vampire sitcom would be good. The one that Tim Burton did, the remake, what was it called? I can't remember. It had Johnny Depp in it. It was okay. I love Johnny Depp, so that, you know, I'll take it. It's a British vampire comedy about vampires trying to live like humans in the real world. Really? I kind of like that. I'm gonna have to check that out. Okay, but anyway, everybody shut the fuck up, okay? We came here to talk about not vampires, aliens. Came here to talk about aliens. We're gonna find out about aliens. We're gonna learn. No, not vampires. Yeah, vampires next week. We'll do vampires next week. I actually know way too much about vampires. Yeah, everybody shut the fuck up, especially Vin. Thank you. I don't know a whole lot about aliens, but when I found out yesterday about the Great Filter Theory and all that other stuff, I was like, holy shit. I need to know more about this. We're gonna learn about it on stream. Getting a lot of shut the fuck up this stream, that's because you are talking too much. But yeah, we're gonna watch some alien stuff. And it's gonna be awesome! So you guys should put your tinfoil hats on now. I feel like it's time to harness our inner glorp. Let me get ready here. Hold on. Who's the glorpiest glorp? It's gonna be the glorpiest glorp. There we go. Who was saying I was in the red video again? I was in a red video again today? What did I do now? What did I do this time? Mom, I'm on TV again! Was I mean? Was I mean to somebody? I probably was. Hi, Fallen! Hi! So the count was like, oh man, I feel funny? What count? What? I can't. You're saying I can't count? What you're trying to say? There's a lot you could have done? That's true. I didn't do anything. I did nothing. Gonna have to make another short of that? No! Okay, so I made a little playlist, okay, with alien stuff in it, but I haven't watched it yet. Okay? I have not watched it yet. I just put them in there because this is stuff I wanted to talk about. And I wanted to make sure the videos weren't like 4 hours long. A lot of these alien videos are so long. It's actually kind of crazy. They're fucking long. Yeah, I haven't watched them yet. We're gonna watch them for the first time together and learn stuff together, okay? Okay. Thank you for the follow. We're gonna learn about Roswell. We're gonna learn about Area 51. We're gonna look at some UFO footage. Yeah? And then we're gonna learn about some conspiracy stuff, because I thought it looked cool. Okay? Okay. Let me know if it's too loud. Is it fine?
Roswell is a small,
UFO,
quiet town in New Mexico that would be thrust into the public consciousness in July of 1947. In the build-up to July, the state had been suffering from intense summer storms, and on the 1st of that month, one of the worst lightning storms was raging across the state.
We're learning about aliens.
At the same time, an airfield not far from Roswell had been tracking something odd on their radar systems that, to their knowledge, shouldn't have been there. Once this news had been shared, other important facilities also began to confirm that it appeared as though something was present. And now,
That's
whatever
my
this
damn
thing
thing.
was being tracked by multiple sources.
I have
Not
to
only
deal with
this,
it.
but a building inspector later reported seeing something unusual over White Sands.
He is aggressively
Descriptions
British.
given
Maybe he's a fucking alien.
were that it was moving incredibly
Same.
fast, much faster than we're familiar with, and secondly, it would disappear from their monitoring systems only to reappear again after a few moments.
It would disappear.
Control room operators were stumped, and as word got out, it was realised that it wasn't the only odd thing to have happened in the immediate time frame. About a week prior to this incident, on the 24th of June 1947, Kenneth Arnold was flying a small aircraft over
I hate
Mineral
you guys
in
because
Washington.
I can't stop listening to
He
his
was
accent.
travelling to Yakima, but he'd heard about a missing US Marine Corps plane and wanted to see if he could spot it before properly travelling to his destination. Once he
guys
got near
ruined
Mount
it.
Rainier though, he reported seeing something very unusual. He said that he saw some flashes of light and then saw a group of planes flying in formation. Only, after taking a moment to process what he was looking at, he said that they were not planes. He said that they did not have tails and were flying incredibly fast, and their movement appeared as if they were skipping over water. He watched as they sped in the direction of Mount Adams before they vanished. Upon landing, he told people about what had happened, and the word spread from there. When talking to a reporter, he described that they were shaped like a pie plate.
Can you guys be fucking serious for fucking 10 minutes? Oh my god! You ruined the whole video. It's all we're gonna listen to the whole fucking time now. God damn it! Oh my god.
Things were only about to get weirder. On the 7th of July, press outlets across the
Have
states
to learn about
shared something
Roswell.
interesting. Vernon Bird,
I
who
thought
was with the
white.
Fairchild Photogrammetric Engineers, was flying a P-38 for his firm around that time. Both he and his photographer were travelling at around 360 miles per hour above Los Angeles. While very high, about 100 yards behind him, he saw something described as having a clam shape that looked similar to a pale grey yo-yo. This
What?
surprised
A what?
Vernon
A pale
as he
grey
performed
what?
an aerial manoeuvre to get away from this thing because he
Yo-yo?
was worried that it was going to cause an accident.
Yeah.
He acted quickly and stated that he believed that this clam-shaped thing got torn up by the prop wash of his plane and he watched it fall to pieces. Now, over the next few nights,
What
the
I'm gonna do to
control
you
room
guys.
of the local sheriff's office in the Roswell area was thrown into chaos as they were flooded with phone calls in a location that would usually be relatively quiet. George Wilcox, the sheriff at the time, said that while he hadn't seen anything strange himself, they were receiving numerous calls about people seeing unusual and unfamiliar shapes in the sky. I get the sense that George didn't really know what to make of what was going on, but then somehow, somewhere, this entire ordeal got even stranger when George was contacted by a local rancher, Mac Brazel. On the night in question, as said, there had been a tremendous thunderstorm, and apparently Mac, among others, thought that they'd heard something that stood out amongst the thunder. Something that didn't quite
Thank you for the
fit.
follow.
They didn't know what it was, or what to make
Frizzle.
of it, but given that they were in the
Frizzle.
middle of a thunderstorm, it was mostly just brushed off. At the same time, approximately 11:30 PM, whatever it was that had initially been found on the radar was now missing. The following day, Mac was out on horseback tending to his ranch and moving sheep from one field into another. Mac and his family had made a great friendship with one of the neighbouring families, and he was accompanied by their son, Timothy Proctor. As they rode across the ranch, they discovered debris on his property. At the time, Mac said that it appeared as though something had struck right at that location,
Aliens,
though
ain't
he
it?
had no idea where the rest of it, whatever it was. He didn't think too much of it right away, as he and Timothy were busy, though he did think that the material looked odd somehow, so he collected a couple of the pieces and later took them home. That evening, he also showed them to the Proctors, Floyd and Loretta, Timothy's parents, and he told them that he could not burn nor cut the metal at all despite how thin it was. He also supposedly revealed to them that other parts of it would return to the original shape once crumpled in his hand. Not long after this meeting with the Proctors, he also showed his brother-in-law the find. This conversation led Mac to drive 75 miles, where he would walk into George's office where he asked to speak with him privately. George obliged, and Mac shared his story,
I can't
which
say
after a
anything.
while
I
was
fucking
relayed to
love
the press,
tea.
or at least parts of it.
He
It
is
seems to me
good.
that Mac was particularly concerned about
But
being
here's this-
ridiculed.
I don't know. If we would have been paying attention, maybe we would have found out.
Brazel said he didn't know what it was. He described as consisting of large numbers of pieces of paper covered with a foil-like substance and pieced together with small sticks, much like a kite. Scattered with the materials over an area about 200 yards across were pieces of grey rubber. All the pieces were small. At first, I thought it was a kite,
Thank you.
but we
It's
couldn't
my
put it together like
anti-probe
any
hat,
kite I ever saw.
so I don't get probed.
While riding the range on his ranch, 30 miles southwest of Corona, New Mexico, on June 14, he sighted some shiny objects. He picked up a piece of this stuff and took it to the ranch house 7 miles away. On July 4, he returned to the site with his wife and 2 of his children, Vernon, 8, and Bessie, 14. They gathered all the pieces they could find. The
My ears
largest
are
was
for
about 3
signaling.
feet across. Brazel said that he hadn't heard of these flying yo-yos or pie plate shapes at the time, but several days later his brother-in-law told him about them and wondered if it might be part of one. Mac wanted to talk to George about this privately because firstly, he didn't know what he was looking at, and secondly, he thought that he'd be the town laughingstock if he spoke about this publicly. George promised to keep this to himself, but had to relay the information to the nearby airfield. Major Jesse A. Marcel and a man in civilian clothes turned up to
you're
Mac's
not
ranch
probing
house
me.
and they took the material from him and brought it to the airfield. In an absolutely wild turn, after spending some time with the material, the forces then seemed to have reason enough to organise a more thorough search of the ranch and the larger area in question with the objective of finding more of it.
Nah.
Apparently, based on the immediate
Can't
news
probe
reports,
me, I have the
it
hat
seems
on.
like they may have found more than they'd bargained for. Major Jesse Marcel, alongside what must have been a larger contingent of personnel, returned to the ranch and conducted a more large-scale search, starting from the initial area where the material had been found. It's not clear if the military had an intent that was beyond the understanding of the public, but they came right out and said that they had retrieved one of these so-called discs from the ranch. The implication being is that whatever this disc was something so foreign to us that it literally couldn't have been any more foreign than what they'd found. This information was shared by Walter Howe, the public information officer of the airfield, and his message must have been approved by Colonel William Blanchard himself. This seems to have been confirmed further as press outlets began to reach out to cover the story. Officers at the base say that the disc was flown in a super fortress
Don't even start with the
to higher
butt plug
headquarters,
allegations.
undisclosed. The intelligence office reported that it gained possession of the disc through the cooperation of a Roswell rancher and George Wilson, sheriff at Roswell. The disc landed on a ranch near Roswell sometime last week. Not having telephone facilities, the rancher stored the disc until such time as he was able to contact the Roswell Sheriff's Office.
That's true.
Residents near the ranch on which the disc was found reported seeing a strange blue light several days ago about 3 a.m.
No!
This was the case for only one day, however.
My tail is not a butt
Very
plug!
soon after the story broke, everything was retracted heavily. General Roger Ramey told Major Marcel to bring the wreckage remains to him in Texas. Shortly thereafter, they disclosed to the public that this was the remnants of a balloon used to monitor the weather. The aluminum foil-like pieces that had been recovered, according to the newer press reports, were nothing more than this, and they insisted that word having got out about a disc of some sort was a mistake.
You guys
What's
are
interesting
dumb.
about this is that the article showed before, in regards to what Mac Brazel had said about finding these aluminum pieces and sticks, came after the military had changed its mind.
Bravo! Thank you for
Firstly,
the follow.
it seems to me that it is incredibly odd that in the first instance, the high-ranking, intelligent and trusted personnel would come right out and share that they retrieved something very unusual from that ranch. You would like to think that the people in such a position would know the difference between tinfoil and something truly extraordinary. So why the change of mind? There really can only exist 3 potential answers to this question, and which one of them is strictly true is...
Yeah, I fucking wonder why we haven't learned anything from this video. I wonder why. Could it have something to do with talking about the guy's accent for 5 minutes and then somehow talking about my tail being a butt plug?
Something practically impossible to determine with the limited information available to us who are not in the know. You'd like to think that the least likely answer was the case put forward that people were genuinely, completely mistaken about everything. The reason for this is that by extension, that means far too many people in highly trusted and powerful positions who we depend on to some degree
what
are
the fuck does that
inept
mean?
and incompetent to a level that is just not reasonable or acceptable. Everybody makes mistakes, and that's okay, but this is not what this had to have been. It is to such an extent that it must be believed that someone sat there holding some tinfoil in their hand, likely with their shirt on backwards and shoes on the wrong feet, and then confidently proclaimed that the piece of tinfoil was something never seen before. The other 2 answers we have left surround the idea that for one reason or another, again, that is not fully understandable to us, the average people, the actual find was regarded as an incredibly sensitive issue that was interpreted as posing some kind of problem for the country. One idea that I've seen thrown around was that...
Hey, hold on, we have a TLDR. Something crashed in the outbacks of New Mexico, and the government lied about it being a weather balloon. The things that were left behind were not what the government said and had a huge cover-up. Okay, thank you. Thank you!
This was all a heat-of-the-moment mistake, and very much bad judgment by the people who decided to explain the story as a disc being found on the ranch. The reason given for this is because it is not out of the realm of possibility that whatever was actually found belonged to the military itself, and therefore was their own experimental equipment,
up, Mr.
perhaps
Oh
even
my...
some kind of balloon of their own, which...
Oi, governor! You got a license for that plug? I fucking hate you.
Had malfunctioned and ended up there.
Why did I feel the need to read that out loud?
They wouldn't have wanted people to know about whatever aircraft they were playing with and developing. Much like and similar to the later stealth technologies. If that was not the case, then the final answer is that this had to have been something truly unique. This disc, made by a people.
No way, I'm not as bad as you guys. You guys are a bunch of dorks. I'm not. I could never be as weird and dorky as you guys.
And upon being examined, they had no idea what the origin was.
Why did you get... Wait, hold on. Why the fuck did Nightbot snipe you for saying Jarvis clip that? And then Nightbot was like, hope you learned your lesson. Stop spamming symbols. Oh, it's because you put a lot of dots. Nightbot hates the YouTube chatters. Holy shit. Nightbot's a little racist, I think.
Whatever the case may be, though, if you were to put yourself in the shoes of Mac Brazel, a rancher, enjoying life, wanting to mind your own business, and just trying to get by for yourself and your family, then all of a sudden you have this entire ordeal that somehow you've gotten caught up in. If people in high, well-regarded stations then told you that this was a very consequential matter of high importance, potentially affecting the security of the country, and that you must comply with their demands in regards to not sharing the finer details as to what actually happened, the overwhelming majority of people, I personally believe, would comply with such a serious demand. Or in other words, the majority of people would not want the smoke and consequences that might stem from disregarding such an order. It seems to me that most people would simply accept that those in such high positions know what they're talking about, must have a deep understanding as to why this was not a good idea to share with the rest of the world, and therefore would stop talking about it as requested. That is, if that even happened at all, we only have 2 pieces of information to go on. The first was that as had been claimed in the papers, that Mac had stored this thing on his property, and then later that he was deeply sorry for sharing any of this information in the first place and causing such a media frenzy. I must admit, I have some rather large reservations that keep me from fully believing
probing
that
and we're
this
trying to keep
truly
from finding out about the aliens in this video?
Who must
is that
be
what it
far
is?
more advanced than we are.
It's a big ass psyop, isn't it?
It seems highly unimpressive to me that such a sophisticated people
Nightbot is an alien. What if Nightbot's an alien?
Likely using means that we don't, at least publicly, understand yet, only to malfunction over a ranch. If we take it for granted for a moment that this was genuinely the case, then perhaps I am overestimating just how much more advanced than us they would be. Perhaps that could mean that our
Aliens are a
founders and
psyop to
came
sell
here
more butt
aren't
plugs,
millions
that's
of years
true.
ahead of us, but rather only hundreds
Hello,
or
Red
more.
Day Champ, thanks for the
While
follow.
this is an important point overall, I feel, there is actually not much you can really do with it as it's all very speculative. In any case, the story about the disc was very swiftly scrubbed over, and the majority of people accepted that it was a case of misidentification and it was just a balloon of some sort. Whether the type to monitor weather or something a little more important than that. After all, during the time of this incident, America had been using such experimental balloons to listen in on highly important testing being conducted in other parts of the world, which was later confirmed in 1994 and 1997 to have been taking place. Again, it's not difficult to imagine that they wanted to keep that private at the time, but then dug themselves into a hole when talking about the disc. Locals weren't having any of it though. Apparently, many of them thoroughly believed that something completely out of the ordinary had taken place in the vicinity of their small town. For a long time, the issue remained dormant, and nobody could really say anything about it unless they wanted to be laughed out of the room. At least, that was the case until 1968, when Dr. Bob Wood, a very distinguished aerospace engineer, became involved in a study for McDonnell Douglas. He was given a large budget to work with to try to determine if there was anything to this.
Bob?
Not
Hi,
so
Bob.
much to Roswell in particular, but the entire subject of seeing these weird things in the sky. They wanted to know if something unusual truly was happening or not.
Hi, Mr.
Dr.
J.
Wood recruited Stanton T. Friedman, a nuclear physicist, and they worked on this for a number of years. Together.
Wait, why is this guy got one black eyebrow and one salt and pepper eyebrow?
They concluded that there really was something, at least to some of these reports, of unusual things and shapes in the skies.
He's an alien.
However,
I feel like he's an
they were very
alien.
much aware of the ridicule
Nope,
that
not
came
genetics.
along
He's
with
an
this
alien.
kind of inquiry, and as a result, they declined to report their
Hi,
findings
Breezy.
to
Thanks for the
Congress.
follow.
I'd imagine they probably felt as though this would have been the end of their career and the end of being taken seriously.
That guy was an alien.
Interestingly enough, Friedman did not learn about the Roswell incident up until 1978, when he'd first met Bill Allen, a television producer. It just so happened that after striking up a conversation about the topic in general, Bill revealed that he knew Jesse Marcel personally, then told him all about Roswell and put the two of them in contact. Stanton met with Jesse, who was now more open
He
to
has
discuss.
hetero brow crow. That's true. He has, wait, no, it's homo. A homo crab. Crab? Homo brow chromia. Homo brow? Homo? Right? Homo. Yeah. Oh, yes. Listen! Yeah. Okay. Okay. It was not supposed to come out like that. Fuck all you guys. Fuck you all.
Discussing the incident, Jesse said, "We found a piece of metal about 1.5 to 2 feet wide and about 3 feet long. It felt like you had nothing in your hands. It wasn't any thicker than tinfoil. But the thing about it that got
I didn't mean to say homo crab.
You couldn't dent
I'm
it.
sure the crab is
Even with a
very
sledgehammer, it would bounce off
heterosexual.
it. So I knew that I had never seen anything like that before. As of now, I don't know what it was. They took pictures, of course. They had a whole flock of microphones there. They wanted some comments from me, but I wasn't at liberty to do that. So all I could do was keep my mouth shut. General Ramey is the one who discussed or told the newspapers what it was and to forget about it. It was nothing more than a weather observation balloon. We both knew differently." That again is incredibly interesting. And if absolutely the way as described, it certainly doesn't sound like it was any kind of metal publicly known about.
This is supposed to be
that
serious!
sounds very much like highly advanced metallurgy rather than being a part of some balloon. At that time back in 1947, Jesse was charged with bringing the found material back to the airfield. The Before he did this, however, first he stopped off at home. He brought some of the pieces inside to show his wife and son, Jesse Jr. Jesse Jr. later said that they brought the material into the house and proceeded to lay it out on the kitchen floor to see if they could piece it together.
Posting homo crabs
That's when
in
the
the
pair of
chat.
them noticed something odd. According to Jesse Jr., they saw what they thought
Oh
was
my
unusual
God.
writing, or symbols rather, written across some of the pieces. Colonel Thomas DeBus also stated across multiple interviews that what had been recovered was not a balloon of any description, and said that he personally had been right
Stop
next to the
posting gay
recovered
crabs.
materials. Beyond this, there were also rumours of biologics being recovered from the site also.
I like how one of my
Glenn
mods
Dennis was a local mortician
is
contracted with the
literally named
airfield,
Eugene
and during
Crab.
this time, they had reportedly asked him for small
side-eyeing
hermetically
you,
sealed
crabs.
caskets.
Side-eyeing you.
He also said that they were looking for knowledge as to how to properly preserve such a thing, but they would not tell him any specifics. As far as I can tell though, Glenn's entire piece in this whole ordeal has a lot of problems. I'm not sure if we've just ended up playing a large game of telephone with this one, but apparently Glenn had said that a nurse at the airfield had shown him things.
It isn't my fault, okay? I was trying to say something else and came out homo crab. I don't know why. Hi, River. I was trying to say hetero crab. I can't fucking remember what I was trying to say. All that matters is that guy had 2 different colored eyebrows, okay? And he's a fucking alien. I can feel it now. There's something about crabs that we don't. Exactly, I do. I know everything about crabs.
Evidence of the supposed biologics, and was then subsequently dealt with and disposed of.
You would actually
So who knows what was
fail
going on
the
with Glenn and the
test.
things he had to say. There are some other issues too that I've seen highlighted. It has been said that Major Jesse Marcel liked to exaggerate quite a lot, although I didn't really come
Maybe some of the people will stop attacking Necro on Twitter today and attack me instead.
across any concrete examples of this, other than a statement made by William Blanchard that stated that his only known
You're fine when you
weakness
crash
is
your
an
ship, and
inclination to
no.
magnify problems he is
I'm
contracted
not an
with.
alien.
I can see how one might conclude that meant that he liked to over-exaggerate things. I could also see that with more of a professional meaning, in the sense that he might have been too much of a perfectionist. It all
Local cat ghost turns homophobic to Connie's while listening to UFO conspiracy theories. Oh, God, you know what's insane is the fact that that is literally... Okay. I did not turn homophobic, okay? But that's what it sounds like. And it's fucked up that my stream could be described like that.
also seems that he and Jesse Jr. may have been mistaken about the writing or symbols they spoke about on the
Listen, this is fucking entrapment. Fuck all of you, okay?
pieces of recovered material. Though in all fairness, this has been heavily disputed
I'm racist
by both
against
sides.
gay crabs.
Anyway, the main point
Fuck
being
gay
here is
crabs.
that there is a lot to be dubious about and to question. In some reports, I have seen it stated that this supposed disc was found on Mac's ranch, and without much of a choice, he'd stored it there. But this doesn't appear to be the case. Outside of the debris that he found, it's unlikely that Mac would have seen or known about anything else. To clarify, the only thing that was found on Mac's property was the unusual debris.
Literally.
And rather, this disc, or whatever it actually was, if it is to be believed, essentially
Yeah, I'm
skimmed
turning
that
the
spot on
friggin'
his ranch
crabs
and
game. My
skipped
face
to
hurts
another
from laughing,
location
by the way.
entirely where it was supposedly found.
God damn
The
it.
second location is said
You
to
like
have been
fish
around
stick?
40
Shut the
miles
fuck
to the
up, Lee.
southeast of Mac's ranch. Supposedly, a firefighter responded to the scene where he saw this disc sticking out of the ground with several biologics scattered around that appeared
What
to
do you
have
want
been
me to say?
ejected
Yeah,
from it.
I fucking love fish
Again,
sticks.
to be clear, that is quite the claim, and I have no idea if this was as a
Hi,
result
Dev.
of people playing telephone. We're in this spot
video
where
is
the
way too
initial
long.
find
Yeah,
of
we
something
haven't even
odd
been
on
watching
Mac's
it.
ranch isn't disputed at all, only the nature of what was found. It is the disc in its entirety being found that is the cause for a
Yeah, I
lot
love
of debate.
crab sticks.
But in the defense of everyone that believes that this was the case, the military at the time, if they didn't want people to think this, shouldn't have said that it literally happened. In any case,
up,
as
crabs.
far as I can tell, this claim only really came to light in 1950 when Grady Barnett, a civil engineer with the US Soil Conservation
The fact this guy is just hanging out in his house right now. He's like, wow, I sure did make a really good YouTube video 6 months ago on Roswell, and he doesn't know that a bunch of us fucking retards are sitting on Twitch and YouTube right now watching his video talking about homosexual crabs in the fucking chat.
Service told his friends about it. He said it was around
He has no
25
idea.
to 30 feet across and had been cracked or opened essentially on impact. He then went on to say that very quickly everything was hushed and swiftly swept under the rug. It's important to note though that as far as I can tell, everything Barnett supposedly had to say is
He
just
has no
hearsay.
idea yet.
His wife also kept a diary which contained their activities during 1947, and there was no mention of anything of the sort. Another individual by the name of Gerald Anderson came forward in 1990 and essentially said that he saw.
He's like, yeah, guys, I made this really good YouTube video on Roswell, and I put it on YouTube. It's very educational, and you can watch it and learn so much, and it's really, really good, and it has 198,000 views. And then there's just us watching the fucking video, making fun of his accent the entire time, and talking about gay crabs for, I'd say, about 20 minutes.
The thing dropped to the ground when he was just 5 in 1947. He said it was silver, sticking out of the ground, and one of the occupants was alive and well, walking nearby. Again though, this account is full of inconsistencies and reliability issues. He reportedly admitted to lying on a
he's a
document
fucking
in
alien.
relation to his account. Though based on what I've read, it does appear that he may have passed a polygraph test about the whole ordeal, if that means anything to you. The point being, again,
It's not my
there is a lot
fault,
to be
it's your
dubious about
fault.
here. It is odd to me that people would just make
I
things
got
up like this,
gaslit.
but it's a real thing some people do to make themselves seem more interesting
Yeah,
to
it was just a
others.
very large
To
gay
be clear,
crab.
I'm not directly accusing any one
crashed
person of
into the
anything
earth.
like that here, but it's not exactly uncommon for some people to do this. Anyway, I've always wondered about the implications of this entire topic actually being true. As in, specifically, are people from somewhere else being present here with us and being more sophisticated than we are?
You lie to yourself to make yourself interesting? I think I'm too stupid to lie to myself. I think I'm dumb enough that I just believe everything that I say, like it's actually factual.
It seems to me that regardless of intent, though it would be much worse if they
Oh,
held
well, I just roasted myself for no fucking...
the hostile attitude towards us. With some thought, it seems to me that it's still not great either way.
God
The
damn it!
reason for this is because,
Fuck you,
regardless of their actual intent, it still means that to a large degree, we lose control, and would no longer be in control of our future. It wouldn't really be up to us what
Stop
happened next,
gaslighting me, you
because cannot
assholes!
really defy or challenge a force that far ahead. Again, to clarify, if this is all actually the case, I'd also be concerned with the way in which we've been presenting ourselves.
Oh my god.
From their potential perspective, we appear to be quite hostile ourselves, especially when you look at the events unfolding around the world. One might imagine it would be in our own best interest to be putting our best foot forward, which certainly doesn't seem to be the
You
case
guys
to
are
me,
evil.
and I feel that would be a real cause for concern. In the novel, The Three-Body Problem by Lou Sershin, which I highly recommend reading if you haven't, he considers a framework for intelligent life that he dubs the Dark Forest Hypothesis. This is a situation in which it is beneficial or crucial.
The Dark Forest Theory. What's this one? I haven't read about this one. Dark Forest Theory is a hypothesis that proposes the universe is like a dark forest where every civilization is an armed hunter stalking through the trees, trying to tread without sound and avoid detection. Interesting. Me welcoming the alien with a sign that says, "Are you looking for a boyfriend?"
Actually, for intelligent life to remain quiet as to give away their precise location in the universe is actually a stupid and dangerous thing to do. According to the hypothesis, if a sufficiently advanced civilization finds another, whether by purposefully looking or just coming across them accidentally, they are ultimately going to be faced with a trilemma. Essentially, the three options are:
We do not need TDI
introduce
for
yourself,
aliens.
which
Shut
brings about
up.
its own set of problems, because then the other civilization will be doing everything they can to locate your actual position too. In addition, before speaking to them, you have absolutely no way of knowing how they're going to feel about you. Option B. So instead, you might choose to ignore them, but in doing so, you essentially hand over the initiative to them, who will also be faced with the same trilemma should they ever discover your presence. Or finally, C, which Lou Sershin seems to feel is the most likely outcome, to bring their existence to an end. How that might be achieved is essentially up to the sci-fi writers, and Lou essentially argues that would be the only safe course of action for them. After thinking about it though, there may be one other option that is quite circumstantial.
Alien lives do not matter.
If this supposed advanced people finds another group of people, in this case us, who are less advanced than they are, and therefore
who do you think will be the first human to fuck an alien?
One could
I feel like it would definitely be somebody in this chat.
Imagine a scenario in which instead of just burning everything to the ground, they might first choose to study the other party and to see if they are a people that they could get on with and cooperate with.
Trump! That's a good point. Yeah, you're actually right. I feel like it might be Trump or Elon Musk. I feel like Elon Musk would absolutely fuck an alien. Do you know what I mean? Elon Musk looks like the type of guy that would fuck an alien. Oh yeah, for sure. Without a doubt. Elon, isn't it? You might be right. He might be wearing like a human suit.
Morals and ethics are a thing after all, that are important to the vast majority of us.
Did you know Mark Zuckerberg is a lizard person? If you see his interviews, he literally does not blink. I've seen people say stuff like that. It's kind of funny.
If this scenario is actually happening to us right now, it would be incredibly bad to appear to them to be hostile or dangerous.
Is this guy done talking?
To be absolutely clear, this is only a thought experiment, and there is no definitive
what
evidence
is this?
that
This
this
is cool.
actually happening or anything like that.
I want to be in here. I want to be in this thing. How do I get in there? Patreon for us? This is fucking cool. Can we kill each other? Is that a thing? Wow. Wow. Set it up as stream avatars or something? The only reason I don't have those little avatars is I feel like they take up too much fucking space. They're very distracting. Okay, the next video is most famous UFO sightings ever recorded. God, how will you guys fuck this up, I wonder?
It's Katrina.
Oh,
Is
I'm
the
green.
truth
I was
really
green
out
for a
there?
second.
From strange lights in LA to military cover-ups,
The
here are
breeding
8
forest?
of the most famous UFO sightings in history.
Yeah, I want to go there. I want to go to the breeding forest and get everybody pregnant.
Number 8, the Lubbock Lights. In 1951, there was a
Arsenic, shut the fuck
of
up!
lights spotted over the city of Lubbock,
Don't ruin
Texas.
another person's
A
voice!
handful of scientists and professors were observing the night sky, and as they did, they noticed something quite odd. There were glowing lights in the sky in a V formation passing overhead. They reported seeing about 15 to 30 bluish-green lights passing, and since they were all trained in scientific reasoning, they figured the lights would reappear, and they did.
Have you guys ever seen any weird lights that you could not explain? I actually did a long time ago, before I moved states. I saw some weird lights in the sky, and it was really fast, and then it like zipped across the sky and disappeared. And by the way, it wasn't even at night, it was during the day, which was kind of fucking crazy, and I kind of like just assumed it was like a satellite or something, I don't know. What if it wasn't? What if it wasn't? And you're told to pull over? Shut the fuck up! I just got that joke. I hate you. It's a plane. It wasn't a plane. It was not a plane. It was way too fast. Could have been a meteor. It could have been a meteor. It was really, really fast, though. There have been reports of a local cat resorting to robbing stores to get enough tinfoil to fit their head. You wouldn't know anything about this, right? No, I would not know anything about that. I would never hang out with a cat like that. It's crazy. That's actually crazy. What a criminal. What a criminal. I should be in jail. I saw lights in the date. Yeah, it was that bright. It was really, really bright in the sky. There's not enough tinfoil to fit her head. Fuck off!
Semicircle, and they were going pretty fast. Over the next few days, hundreds of reports of these
You've been to
lights came
Saturn?
from
I have
across
not been to
town.
Saturn.
Taking some initiative, Texas Tech freshman Carl Hart Jr. grabbed his camera and took some pictures of the lights. These pictures were given to newspapers who wrote up the story about the lights to show that they were truly real. The story got so popular that it even made it into Life magazine. The U.S. Air Force
Doesn't like
investigated the
drones,
sightings
maybe?
and after many interviews concluded that it was a natural phenomenon, but refused to comment anymore. Some people claimed that they were plovers, a
Look at
type
that
of
bird.
bird, which would explain the V formation and why they kept coming back. Perhaps they somehow reflected lights from street lamps. Not surprisingly,
Natural
not everyone
phenomenon.
was convinced. Not just because of
This
the
peop-
reflection
this
bit,
fucking
but
lights
because in
lined
their
up.
estimation, the objects in the sky were flying too fast. In August and September, the professors that had first reported the lights continued
Yeah,
their
birds
own
aren't
study,
even real. That's
tracking the
true.
sightings and the angles, calculating their speed, and trying to determine the UFO's altitude, but with little success. It's very strange that these blue-green lights were seen multiple times and by hundreds of people. The question remains, what were they? Number 7. Belgian UFO triangles.
I want to see
One of
that
the
the
problems
footage.
with UFO sightings is that usually there are only a handful of people who see them, which makes it sound less credible. After all, if one person saw something in the sky, it's easy to discount.
You saw 0 birds during the government shutdown.
But if, say, 13,500 people saw them, yeah, that would get your
Why
attention,
is cannibal
wouldn't
one
it?
of my
Well,
tags?
that's exactly what
Don't
happened
worry
in
about
Belgium
it.
in
Don't worry
1989.
about it.
From November of that year
I have to
until
find
April of
print. You don't need to
1990,
read that.
the country reported numerous sightings of something odd in the sky. Described as triangular flying objects, these things, whatever they were flying low in the sky above the country, which is why so many people were able to see them. Eventually, the military got involved, and some fighter pilots not only saw the triangular objects, but chased them down. However, they got away before being caught. After that incident, the
kinda
objects
crazy.
seemed to have vanished and never returned, and the whole thing was disregarded. However, between the 13,500 people on the ground, police officers, and the pilots in the air, it's clear that something
One of our
happened
tags
there.
is a lie.
In
Which one?
1997, there was
Woman?
another wave of UFOs seen
Is it- are
flying
you-
over
are
the
you
skies
implying
in
that one?
Arizona, Nevada, and Sonora,
Woman?
Mexico. Thousands of people from Arizona
Women aren't
reported
real
seeing
on the
strange
internet.
lights in the sky, and it remains one of
Oh,
the
now it's
largest
2 times.
UFO
Oh, okay.
sightings ever.
I am
Last
cute.
year in
Fuck you.
2017, many similar triangle lights like these were reported in the UK. Maybe they're making a comeback.
I'm
And
not
now for
stupid.
number 6. But first, have you ever seen anything strange in the sky? Let us know your story in the comments below. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Be sure to join us and hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Number 6. The Battle of Los Angeles. Even before the
I'll
infamous
check that
Roswell
one out
incident,
later.
which, don't worry, it's coming
I'm
up.
watching a bunch
There
of
were
alien
sightings
stuff.
and reportings of UFO-like phenomenon that couldn't be explained, and one of the most famous and widespread was the Battle of Los Angeles. On February 23, 1942, mere months after Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor and the United States' official entry into World War II, something very odd happened in Los Angeles. Strategically speaking, the United States knew that Japan could launch
my
an attack
hat
on the
keeps
west
my
coast of the
brain
United
fresh.
States, and California was deemed a high-risk target. So they prepared the state as best they could for an invasion or attack of any kind. Sure enough, on that night, lights were seen over a defense location. Fearing the worst and knowing it wasn't one of theirs, the anti-aircraft battalions went into action. The city went dark with a blackout,
not
and
sinky.
spotlights shined into the sky to try and find the aircraft that were there. Nothing was found. The next night, though, something bigger and brighter appeared in the sky, and this time there was no mercy. In the course of that night, over 1,400 anti-aircraft rounds flew into the sky to attack whatever was there. But when the smoke cleared, nothing was hit that we know of. People on the ground know they saw lights in
That
the
we
sky, and
know
the
of.
lights apparently were still there even when the bombardment was going on. Yet nothing was hit, so what did they see? Unfortunately, we don't know. Reports came in from all sides regarding what had happened, but nothing solid was given. After the war, 2 weird reports came out. First, Japan stated that they never launched an attack on LA, which was backed up by later documentation. Second, the War Department revealed that there was between 1 to 5 unidentified aircraft in that area on that night. But as to what they were, no one knows.
was
And that is why
not.
the Battle of LA is held as proof of alien life for some people.
Thank
Number 5,
you, seventh
abducted.
guide.
When
For
it
the
comes to the
follow.
most famous abduction stories, it's hard to top what happened to the Hills. In the year 1961, Barney and Betty Hill were driving their car from Canada to
Hi.
Portsmouth, New Hampshire. According to them,
Yeah,
they saw
it was
a
the gay
strange light in the
crabs,
sky
too.
and pulled over to take a closer look. Next thing they knew, they were 35 miles further along in their trip, and it was several hours later. They claimed they were taken aboard an alien aircraft and were experimented on by short beings with huge black eyes and smooth gray skin. You know, like in Paul. Both hills kept having the same
it's the
nightmare
movie you
over and
guys
over,
talked
and
about
they
earlier.
identified Zeta Reticuli as the aliens' home
Oh
planet.
yeah, I'm sure crabs will
Supposedly
love that lore.
afterwards, Betty called Major Paul Henderson at the nearby Pease Air Force Base, who confirmed that there were 2 separate UFO reports from radar data from 2 different Air Force installations nearby. Over the next 2 years, Betty
Paul is a good movie. Is it actually? I've never seen it. How'd you rank it in alien movies? Is it like top 5? Top 5 alien movies? Is it scary? Paul is great. Scary? No? Or funny? It's not amazing, it's pretty good. Not top 5, rip.
continued to write down her memories about her terrifying experience, and later Betty and Barney underwent hypnosis.
Betty
Many claim
and
this
Barney.
is just a fantastic story created by the mind of a UFO fanatic, but others are very convinced that the abduction of the Hills was real. Betty later went on to go to UFO vigils at least 3 times a week. Number 4, coming in on radar. Air
Damn,
traffic
that's crazy,
controllers help
Cyborg.
pilots land safely, control the flow of airplanes on the ground and in the sky, and talk to pilots about flight paths and weather. However, the amount of stress caused by the job means that air traffic controllers
Fuck is Alf? River's just saying shit now. What is an Alf? 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 Alf likes cats? Should I be afraid? Alf is real? What the fuck is an Alf? I'm looking it up. Hold on. I'm looking into this. Alf. What is Alf? This says Alf can stand for several different things, most commonly assisted living facility. Are you guys trying to put me in a fucking home? Alf is an alien. Alf is, okay. Hold on. Alf. Alien. The fuck is this thing? It looks like a cracked out prairie dog. What the fuck is wrong with him? Don't look at his nose. Too late. Too late. Ew, a person in the costume. That scared me.
have
Oh,
to
weird.
retire at age 56.
Eats cats,
Besides
really?
all of that, there are many things that happen in the sky that they just can't explain. In 1952,
He's not
their
eating me.
radar
I'll
started
pee
picking
on
up
him.
something that did not appear to be coming from an aircraft. In Washington, D.C., at Ronald
I have
Reagan
defense
National
mechanisms.
Airport, certain controllers started noticing aircraft on their radar that shouldn't have been there. What's more, some of them were moving at such high speeds that they were actually confusing the radar itself. Fast forward a week, and a bunch of
That's
people
my
from all
defense
walks of life,
mechanism.
including military personnel, started reporting things whizzing by in the sky that they
Alpha's
couldn't
weird?
recognize.
Really?
These reports spread, and people flew into a panic. To
I
the
am
extent
Alf
that a
Noah.
massive press conference had to be called to calm everyone down. It was actually the biggest one since World War II, which shows just how frightened people were. Though aircraft controllers claim they often see UFOs, especially at
Yeah,
night,
that's my word
usually
too,
the radar
actually,
is
evil.
so sensitive it can pick up clouds, birds, or even large trucks. It doesn't always mean that it's an alien life form, but the crisis at the time was hard to explain. Number 3, Rendlesham Forest. Sometimes the best UFO sightings are ones that even the people who see them
Rendlesham
can't
Forest.
explain.
Where is
That's
that?
why they stick out in people's minds.
Rendlesham.
They see something, have no idea what it was, and that unknown
Yeah,
fear makes
alien
them
ant
think of
farm,
aliens.
exactly.
Since we can't explain it, must be something very strange indeed. It can happen to anyone. And this is exactly what happened at Rendlesham Forest in England. On December 26,
Oh,
1980,
England, okay.
2 Americans who were stationed at Royal Air Force bases nearby saw strange lights coming from the sky and landing in the nearby Rendlesham Forest. Curious, they decided
Would you
to
guys
investigate.
go in
When
there?
they entered
If we
the
saw
forest, they
lights
found
laying in the
themselves
forest,
looking
would you
at
go
a
in there
metallic
and check it
aircraft
out?
covered in strange hieroglyphics. It was about 3 meters tall and 3 meters wide at the base and was giving off strange lights. They called the police, and when they returned to the site,
I wouldn't. You would not fucking catch me in there. I'm not going in there.
A few days later, some other military personnel were sent out to patrol the forest. When they did, they too saw strange lights in the sky.
I don't want to go in there. What if you all get probed? You're going to get probed if you go in there.
The light suddenly exploded, and a craft appeared on the forest floor. Senior officers at the scene asked the other soldiers
You guys just want to get probed. You're just asking to get probed at this point.
To retreat. Despite high-ranking officials denying the claims of those who were there, the witnesses swear they saw what they did. And
I want to get superpowers or horrible cancer. It's like a 50-50.
Even wrote official memos to have it in writing that they saw
Good
it.
odds.
Today, the spot where the object was found is called the
No
UFO
one's probing
Trail,
me.
and the
I'm not
incident
going in there.
itself is known as Britain's Roswell. Speaking of which, number 2, Roswell. Ah, Roswell, where would our alien obsession be without you? In
Oh, this is what we
1947, a
tried to
rancher
learn
named
about
William
and
Brazel
horribly
was roaming
failed
around
at.
his pastures in New Mexico. As he did, he stumbled upon something he didn't expect. It was wreckage of some kind, but he didn't recognize some of the parts. Being a responsible guy, he called in the wreck, and that's when things got weird. The military came in and
That's
said
when
that it
things
was one
got
of their
weird.
crafts, even though it didn't look like one. It was apparently part of a special weather balloon project that had malfunctioned and crashed in the pasture. However, due to a certain
You
other
guys believe
incident,
that? You think
people
it was
had
a weather
another idea
balloon?
as to what it was. Aliens. The belief only grew when men in black started showing up in Roswell to silence the people who said such things. It was a big mess, and these events
I
all
don't
led
think
to
it
not
was a
only
weather
people
balloon.
believing in aliens, but that the government were holding them in a top-secret base called Area 51. Now, there's a twist in the tale that you can take or leave. In 1997, the Air Force, who sent the men to retrieve the wreckage during the initial incident, released a massive 231-page report. This report proved that the wreckage in that pasture was indeed a
Is
weather
me in a
balloon from
time
a thing
machine?
called Project Mogul. Its intent was to spy on the Soviets. Despite this proof, people still don't buy it, if for no other reason than they waited 50 years to reveal this proof. Either way, though, if you ask people about aliens, they're more than likely going to bring up the Roswell incident.
Alien
and it's
ant
a fair
farm.
bet that this city is going to be famous for a very long time. Number 1. The
Oh.
9 blue lights. I'm sure you're surprised that Roswell wasn't number 1.
Yeah, I
but
was
in
gonna say,
fact,
I
there was
thought
an
Roswell
incident
was
with
the
aliens
last
just
one.
a few weeks before that. And it was this incident, not Roswell, that kick-started the fascination with aliens and everything that comes with it. So what started it all, you ask? Why, a man seeing 9 blue lights in the sky. It was June
Just
24th,
one guy?
1947, and a man named Kenneth Arnold was flying an aircraft in Washington state. It was a routine flight for him, that is, until he turned and saw something he didn't expect. Across the sky, but close enough for him to view, was a set of 9 glowing lights. They were in formation, and according to him, it was similar to a bird's V formation. He couldn't get a clear look at them, so when he returned to the ground, he told some people so that he could get confirmation of them being a military craft or something of that nature. But that wasn't the case. In fact, aside from him, there were no human crafts in the area that night. So he was asked questions about what he saw, and as he described how the crafts moved, he noted that they moved like a saucer if you skip it across water. That phrase became the basis of the term flying saucer. But it didn't end there. After Arnold's
Flying
testimony
saucer.
as to what happened, others began to say that they saw the 9 lights in the sky. This escalated until everyone started wondering if we were all alone in the universe after all. So while Roswell may have been the escalation of things, what Arnold saw was the likely true beginning of it all. Thanks for watching! What did you think about these famous UFO sightings? Do you believe any of them? Let us
A dark sphere
That guy's kind of loud. I say. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't think it was a fucking weather balloon, though, in the whole Roswell thing. Cat drinks from saucer. X-Files scene.
streaks across the night sky off San Diego before plunging straight into the ocean. Over Afghanistan and Pakistan, a massive disk moves through the clouds, and off Yemen, a glowing orb takes a missile head-on and somehow keeps flying. These are disturbing UFO encounters caught on camera.
See how fast those
Filmmaker
are?
named Jeremy Corbell,
They're
who's
so
known for
fast.
digging into UFO stories, recently shared new footage that he says came from the US Air Force. The footage
You're skeptical, Tony? What about ghosts? Are you skeptical about ghosts and stuff, too?
was filmed on November 23rd, 2020, somewhere between Afghanistan and Pakistan. It shows a huge disc-shaped object moving through the clouds. Corbell said, quote, "This is the first time in history that military filmed footage of a disc-shaped UAP, designated as such by the military, has been captured on camera and released to the public." He then went on to say the craft moved.
I'm not real. Did you take your meds today? You took your meds. Is that why you think I'm not real now?
With what looked like, quote, intelligent control. He says it's somewhere between 200 and 400 meters wide, though no one knows for sure. The strange part is that it doesn't give off any heat at all. Corbell explained this was captured on a
Don't believe in
thermal
ghosts, so
sensor.
you're afraid
Should have
of them?
detected heat if any traditional propulsion was present.
Yeah, nobody
But
is
there's
allowed to
nothing.
take their
He and
meds
journalist
in the
George
chat.
Knapp said they spent over 2 years confirming the footage with people inside
I'm not
U.S.
funny
government
looking.
UFO programs. Knapp said, "We know it's real. It was not supposed to be made public, but it should have been." When reporters asked the Pentagon about it, they said, quote, "We have nothing to offer on that." Back in 2019, the crew of the USS Omaha
not.
spotted something weird off the coast of San Diego one night. A dark round object flying over the water. The ship's infrared
Nope.
camera caught it, and the footage later leaked. Again, thanks to Jeremy Corbell. The Pentagon backed it up, confirming the video was taken
The hat
by
is
Navy personnel. In the clip,
The hat is my anti-probing hat. I have to wear it when we learn about aliens.
you can hear the sailors reacting while they track it on screen. One of them says it took off, it's booking it, as the sphere shoots across the radar. Then it just drops, hovers for a moment, and starts dropping straight down toward the
You guys
ocean.
laugh
A few seconds
now.
later,
I'll be the one laughing when your butt is getting probed.
someone yells, it splashed as it disappears under
So
the
laugh
waves.
it up.
Corbell said the video was
Laugh it
recorded
up,
on
buddy.
July 15th, 2019, during a stretch of nights when the Navy kept spotting strange stuff in the air. At least 14 solid objects, each a couple meters wide, moving between 74 and 254 kilometers an hour. After this one vanished underwater, they sent a sub to check it out, but
It's to
nothing
pick up
was recovered. Whatever it
alien
was,
signals.
this is still one of the clearest, most
I can hear them
confirmed
coming.
UFO clips the Pentagon's ever admitted is real. A lot of people have been talking about
That
this
is
one
not.
lately. This footage comes from a U.S.
My tail
Reaper
is not
drone
a
off the
butt
coast
plug.
of Yemen. It shows a glowing orb in the sky.
My
and
tail
when a
is a
missile
normal
hits
tail.
it just keeps going, like it
Not a butt
bounced
plug.
off. The footage dated October 30th, 2024 was shown at a House oversight hearing by Missouri Congressman Eric Burleson. He said it came from a
normal
whistleblower.
tail.
When slowed down, the missile clearly makes contact with the orb, but instead of exploding it, it just continues along its path. Lou Elizondo, a former Pentagon intelligence officer who used to study unidentified aerial phenomena, said, "We've never seen a Hellfire missile hit a target
No.
and bounce off. When a Hellfire
No.
makes a hit on
No
something
way.
solid, there's usually not much left
Ah.
of whatever it is it's hitting. But in the video, it seems like the missile is either redirected or glances off the object." End quote. The clip doesn't show
No, it
the
isn't.
second drone that actually launched the missile, and the military hasn't said what the mission was. There's a good chance you've seen this video before. It's often referred to as the best UFO footage ever. Pilot Jorge A. Arteaga was
Have you
flying a
guys seen
small
this?
plane over Colombia when something strange caught his eye. At
What the
first,
fuck
it looked
is
like
that?
a dark speck in the distance, just hanging in the sky, but as his plane got closer, the object started moving. He pulled out his phone and started recording while keeping the plane steady to catch the thing flying straight toward them at an incredible speed. It's not on screen long, but we do get a brief glimpse of it up close. It's silver colored and it's kind of shaped like a saucer. But just as suddenly as it appears, it shoots out of view. Ortega later said the
That's a
object
fucking
had been
alien.
stationary
That's
at
an
first, just
alien.
floating between Medellin and Santa Fe before flying past them. As for what the hell this thing
That was an alien.
there's been
That
no
was not a
official
bird.
statement.
That's not
On
a
May
bird,
18th,
you fucking
a red
liar.
owl
Look at
floating
it.
between
That is
Santa
not an
Fe,
alien or a
shaped like
bird. That's
saucer.
not a bird.
But just as suddenly as it appears, it shoots out of view. Ortega later said the object had been stationary at first, just floating between Medellin and Santa Fe before flying past them. As for what the hell this thing was, there's been no official statement. On May 18th, a webcam on the coast of Cozumel near Cancun caught a weird object flying past a docked cruise ship. It goes by incredibly fast. I mean, blink and you'll miss it, but pausing on the object, it's dark and
What's that thing?
almost kind of saucer shaped. It looks weird. Also looks to have lights on the tail end, and it moves smoothly through the air without wobbling or slowing down. People who saw the clip weren't sure what to make of it. Some have said it could be an insect or a bird maybe, but I'm not sure if those things fit, and it doesn't look like any normal aircraft or drone, but what do you all think of this one? On February 15th, 2023, Navy Senior Chief Petty Officer Alexandra Wiggins was on the USS Jackson.
I think weird flying in South American skies can be blamed on Necro.
A tic-tac-shaped object coming out of the ocean.
You can just blame everything on him, to be honest. That's
waiting
fine.
to see it with his own eyes, and ran through all the usual possibilities, but nothing fit. It was rising into the air high enough to where I'm like, all right, that's definitely A, too fast, and B, not something I've seen before, Wiggins said. Then he noticed 3 more objects moving in sync about 8 nautical miles away. He reported it to a tactical officer and checked them on the radar. On the radar video, you could see the tic-tacs moving up and down, then meeting up midair. First, a lot of people just write it off as planes, but Wiggins showed them the difference by tracking an actual aircraft right afterward. You see the wings perfectly, the tail wings, the shape of the nose. It's kind of like checkmate, he said. And even after decades in the Navy, Wiggins said he's never seen anything like this. Let's take things back a bit, all the way to the morning of August 15th, 1950. Nick Mariana, who ran the Great Falls Electrics baseball team, was checking out the empty stadium with his secretary, Virginia Ronick, when he noticed these 2 bright silvery objects flying over Great Falls, spinning as they moved. Mariana estimated they were about 50 feet wide and 150 feet apart, zooming along at 200 to 400 miles per hour. He grabbed his 16mm movie camera and filmed the UFOs for 16 seconds. And the next day, the Great Falls Tribune ran a story about what Mariana had filmed, and soon the clip was being shown around town, picked up by other newspapers. The U.S. Air Force got involved after a reporter contacted Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Captain John Binnelston interviewed Mariana, and both he and Ronick mentioned seeing 2 jet fighters fly over the stadium shortly after the UFOs appeared. Binnelston sent the film to the base to be analyzed. The Air Force concluded the objects were just reflections from 2 jets flying nearby, but Mariana said the first 35 frames, the ones showing the discs spinning, were missing. And other folks who'd seen the original film agreed, saying the missing frames clearly showed rotating metallic discs. The Air Force officials denied this though, saying only 1 damaged frame had been removed. Seems there might have been some shady stuff going on behind the scenes here, but even with the missing frames, this footage is still known as one of the earliest pieces of UFO evidence captured on camera. On March 16th, 2024, astronomer Dr. Sebastian Felix Volkmer was looking at the moon through his C11 telescope when he noticed something zipping past it. He shared the footage online, but he made it clear he's not some UFO fanatic. At first, he thought it might be a meteor, but then he ruled that out, since there was no
you can like hook up a phone to their telescope like that and look through it like that.
White tail.
That's
The International Meteor Organization had no records of anything passing by at the time. Dr. Volkmer said, I actually assume that it was at an altitude of 100 to 200 kilometers, i.e. in the transition to the so-called low Earth orbit.
I should look at some videos
really
of that
far
stuff
away.
sometime.
Definitely not in the sky like an ordinary plane, but not so far it was deep in space, end quote. He also said he checked carefully to make sure it wasn't a satellite. I didn't know this, but it turns out there are a lot of UFO sightings in Wales of all places. I don't know what aliens' fascination is with whales, but reports date all the way back to the 1940s. The UFO in question here was spotted in September of 2016 by a police helicopter at around 9 p.m.
What's that
It was
one, you
only
guys
visible
think?
on the chopper's
Bird?
thermal camera and seemed to be moving at a speed of 106 miles per hour
Okay,
over the
that's
Bristol
not a fucking
Channel.
bird.
The full video of the footage was released by a
Birds don't go 106 miles per hour.
former cop named Gary Hasteline, who's been urging the UK government to come
Pseudo-British.
forward and reveal what
It does
they
not
know
look
about
like my
UFOs.
head. Shut
What's
up.
also interesting about this one is that the object was moving against the wind. So it was being operated one way or another.
106
Not like it was
miles
some
per
object
hour
caught in
against the wind?
current or something. Police also stated
that
years after the event that it could have possibly been a drone, but they were struggling to keep up with it, so it would have had to been a pretty fast one. There are drones that reach that 100-mile-per-hour speed, but they're pretty high-end. Your common drone clocks in at around 45 to 70 miles per hour. On April 26th, 2013, a U.S. Customs and Border Protection plane recorded some really strange footage off the coast of Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. The crew was following a small glowing object with a high-tech infrared camera as it flew over Rafael Hernandez Airport and out toward the ocean. At first, the object moves incredibly fast. Then it seems to split into two identical objects. Either that or it was just two objects traveling very close together at first. And then they seem to drop straight into the ocean. And not like a rock hitting water with a splash.
Crazy.
They just vanish underwater without slowing down. After a bit, they pop back out of the water and continue moving before disappearing entirely. All that said, I've been your host, James. I'll catch you, yes, you specifically, next time.
God damn. Okay. Okay. Area 51 time. This place is really interesting, by the way. I've watched a lot of documentaries and stuff about Area 51. I think it's fucking crazy. This place is crazy. I would totally go here if I wouldn't probably trip over one of the lines and get shot.
What's going on up there could be the most important event in history. You're talking about physical contact and proof from another system, another planet, another intelligence. That's got to be the biggest event in history, period.
Within the heat of the Nevada desert is a place shrouded in mystery, where truth and fiction bleed into each other. Hardly anything is known by the common person about this place called Area 51. That is, until today. This is the story of Bob Lazar, a man who claims to have worked, researched, and reverse-engineered alien technology at a top-secret government facility called S4, just south of the famed Area 51.
I would totally not run into Area 51.
Has surprised audiences all over the
I would somehow fuck that up, though, and you would never hear from me again.
World for decades. Lazar's statements are astounding, to say the least. He claims to be in possession of classified information about recovered alien technology, including documents and records of alien involvement in human affairs spanning more than 10,000 years, and a new element addition to the periodic table, element 115. This element, according to him, is the key to the propulsion mechanism used by these extraterrestrial vehicles.
My legs are too short, I can't run fast.
I only got hands-on with one of them, so
fault.
I can't really say what how the others operated. At one time, and only one time, the bay doors that between the hangars were all open, and I could see all the way through. They were all different. There was some paperwork that indicated that this was from the Zeta Reticuli
I'm like
star
one of those
system.
weird fucking birds, you know, that like run really, like hold their body really still and their legs just go really fast. You know what I'm talking about? Like the birds on the beach, the fucking beach birds, and the water comes up and they like run away really fast. I'm like one of those.
Bob Lazar described in detail his employment at S4, a purported secret underground facility near Area 51, the top secret military base in a corner of the Nevada test site. Lazar claimed he worked—
They're not seagulls, you fucker. They're not listen here, Canadian. Hey, don't worry about what happens at the beach. All right? Stay up there in your snow.
On a retrieval project involving crashed alien spacecraft there. He claimed to have been shown up to 9 crashed or captive flying discs of possible extraterrestrial origin stored in a hangar cut into a mountainside. The craft used an element, 115, that did not exist anywhere on Earth for its gravity-harnessing propulsion and could not possibly have been synthesized on this planet due to its weight. It had to have come from a place where naturally occurring super-heavy elements could be synthesized. He also said that the United States government had obtained about 500 pounds of the element—
That's true. He is already French-Canadian. I should go a little easier on him, huh? He already has, like, multiple debuffs.
In question from the recovered craft. Lazar spoke about the recovered craft in great detail, including facts about their saucer-shaped design, their use of an anti-gravity propulsion system powered by element 115, which allegedly generates a gravity wave that allows the vehicle to fly and escape visual detection by bending light around it. He also talked about the strange materials they were constructed from. He described one of them, which he named the Sport model, as having the metal consistency of liquid titanium. He claimed that in the process of reverse engineering—
I I should just make that a channel point redeem at this point. Mercy killing.
Nearing the aircraft, when it was dismantled, the reactor he studied was
1 million
topped by a
points.
sphere or
Mercy killing.
semisphere, which emitted a force field capable of repulsing human flesh.
It produced a gravitational field of its own. Now, this is something that we can't do. We can't produce any gravity. But there's no machine we can have that turns on that makes gravity. Like, you can turn on an electromagnet and it makes
Euthanasia
a magnetic field. We
reward.
can't make a
Yeah,
gravitational
euthanasia
field.
redeem.
Anyway, this device was producing that. And
I take
Barry
you out
said,
back behind
"Go
the
ahead,
barn
try
and
touch
put you
the
out of
sphere."
your
And
misery.
I couldn't. It pushed my hands away, just like two like poles of a magnet.
Lazar claimed in the interview that the seats of the saucer he had seen were around the size of a toddler, and that he had seen alien cadavers of a similar size. He claimed to have seen what seemed to be two men in lab coats facing down and conversing with something small with long arms. When he momentarily peered through a door
you can
window
choose a method.
while
That's fair.
strolling along a hallway at S4. 30 years later, he said that he did not believe he had seen an extraterrestrial, but that he had seen a dummy that had been used to gauge the size of the supposed aliens, who they called the kids
By
at the
pissing?
base. Lazar said he
That
was
doesn't
fired
sound
from
like
his
you're
job
gonna
at the
die.
clandestine military base because he sneaked some of his friends into the desert near Area 51
damn
one
it.
evening to surreptitiously
Fine,
watch a
yes,
saucer
fine,
being
fine.
test flown. A Lincoln County deputy caught the group leaving the area, and the deputy ratted Lazar out to the authorities. He claims that after his employment was terminated, his records and work at S4 had been scrubbed clean. Around the time of his expose, there had been persistent and ongoing reports of strange lights over the test site, possible sightings of aircraft maneuvering in ways that violated the laws of aerodynamics. Lazar's claims sent shockwaves through the community and the world at large. They sparked heated discussions, with skeptics questioning the veracity of his tales and believers hailing him as a whistleblower of historic proportions. His detailed explanations and seemingly credible background lent an air of legitimacy to his story. However, with all of the attention that was now focused on him and his story, doubts quickly surfaced, and his critics began to question his credibility. The U.S. Air Force categorically denied the existence of S4 or any program involving the
I
use
want
of
to see
recovered alien
pictures of
technology.
Area 51.
Lazar's detractors point to discrepancies in his educational background and employment history. Institutions such as Caltech and MIT, where Lazar claimed to have studied, had no record of him ever attending. In 1990, about a year after his initial TV
They
interview,
could have just wiped the
Lazar
records,
found
right?
himself criminally charged
make him
for
look
his
crazy?
role in the operation of what the prosecution called an illegal high-tech brothel. That, on its own, considerably damaged whatever
They
credibility
did?
he
Yeah,
had
that's
left.
what I'm thinking too.
His claims concerning his work history were also debunked. He had said he was a former scientist at Los Alamos National Laboratory, the site of the Manhattan Project. He also said he was hired because of his work on a jet engine Honda that made headlines and attracted the attention of Edward Teller, a theoretical physicist
Is this
at
guy
Los
still
Alamos
alive?
at the time.
The Bob
Teller
Lazar
then gave
guy?
Lazar the chance to work at EG&G, a covert company that was contracted by the U.S. government and assigned to S4. Bob Lazar was not listed as employed by Los Alamos. The sole document that was accessible
Why
was
do you
the
think
phone
he's still
book
alive?
kept by the lab, which listed him as a
To
contract
take
worker
attention from,
employed by Kirk Mayer, a
So
lesser
people think he's
supplier of the
crazy
lab's
or whatever?
electrochemical engines. Lazar may therefore have been able to enter the laboratory as a member of the Kirk Mayer staff, but probably not
I'm
as a
not a
scientist.
Muppet!
This would explain
I
how
am
he was
not a
aware
Muppet.
of EG&G and
Shut up.
S4, which were at the time
Lazar
classified
is the most-
materials
I'm-
not available to
I'm
the
an
public,
alien and I need
but later confirmed
fake
by
human
the
named
U.S.
Quick.
government. Lazar presented one of the few bits of physical evidence of his employment at a covert base in Nevada as his case progressed through the court
You
system.
think he's an alien?
It was a W-2 form paid to him by the Department of Naval Intelligence, and it showed an
I don't
income
sound
of
like
less than
Elmo.
$1,000. The authenticity of the form itself was called into question. The Department of the Navy does have an Office of Naval Intelligence, but not a Department of Naval Intelligence, as skeptics pointed out. In 2003, Russian scientists discovered element 115,
I hate you guys.
a
I hate you all
synthetic
so
radioactive
much.
element. It was added to the periodic table in 2013.
I've already sung
However,
the fucking Elmo
this
song. I'm
element,
not singing
also
it
known
again.
as moscovium, is not the same thing as the one Lazar claimed to have discovered.
Lazar? Rim and
According
Ram?
to him, that element could power alien spacecraft without concerns for gravity.
I thought
So
this
far,
thing's for the follow.
no use has been found for moscovium, the highly radioactive element with a
Moscovium?
half-life of less than a second and thus decays very quickly.
Element 115.
No, if you want to see the damn stupid Elmo clip, you can go to Necro's Twitter page. He has it on there because he's a fucking asshole. It's on there.
The fuel they had
It's on
was
there.
stable. In other words, it didn't decay. It wasn't emitting
Like my hat,
radioactivity.
thanks. It's
When
the
they
it's my
synthesized
anti-probing hat.
2 or 3 atoms of the 115, it did decay, and it was not a stable element.
In 2017, Lazar's workplace was raided by the FBI and local police, which led Lazar followers to believe the mission was to recover element 115. When he was asked directly whether he had it in his possession, he declined, saying if he did, he would
Don't
not
probe
be
them
willing
all
to
on
share that
gun. No
information.
promises.
The said raid was part of a murder investigation in order to ascertain whether his company sold thallium to a suspect in Michigan, according to documents obtained through a Freedom of Information request. Despite the criticism and attempts by skeptics and the government to silence him, Bob Lazar has maintained his story for over 30 years. He still runs a scientific equipment business and leads a relatively normal life. He even published his autobiography,
I want to talk to
Dreamland,
this guy
in
one-on-one.
2019. However, the suspicion surrounding
what
S4
kind of crazy
and his
shit he
purported
says.
involvement in decoding extraterrestrial technology persists.
I feel like we should all... Yeah, I was thinking, what should we call him? Because Anna today phobia is way too fucking long. I think we should just call him Phobe. Let's just call him Phobe.
And continues to follow him. Lazar's incredible story has not only survived over 30 years,
Anna?
it continues to thrive. In 2018, Jeremy Corbell, a filmmaker, made a documentary that brought his story back into the spotlight. After being featured on the extensively watched Netflix documentary Bob Lazar, Area 51 and Flying Saucers,
Damn, I don't have
Lazar
Netflix
was invited
anymore.
onto the Joe Rogan podcast, which is
Oh.
arguably the most popular podcast globally.
If you have a machine that makes gravity, you can pretty much
Hi,
do
Mel.
anything. You can
Thank you for the
affect
follow.
time. You can have force fields.
He is
All
Phobe.
that stuff that's in
Phobe.
science fiction becomes reality if you have a machine that can make gravity. And what we worked on in the desert was a machine that makes gravity.
According to the New York Times in 2020, the Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon Task Force, which had
I
been
didn't
set
plan
up
on
to
watching that
investigate
podcast episode
unidentified
tonight,
flying
but we
objects
could do it another night.
and was thought to have been disbanded, was still up and running full operations under the auspices of the Office of Naval Intelligence. This revelation made headlines worldwide, and once again, the possibility of the existence of unidentified aerial phenomena, UAP,
Yeah, that'd be a
has
long-ass fucking
reignited the
stream,
age-old
man.
debate. The implications of Lazar's story are profound. If true, it would mean that the government has been hiding the existence of extraterrestrial life from the public for decades. The government has consistently denied Lazar's claims, stating that he never worked
they have.
at Area 51 or any other classified
They're not
facility.
going to admit to him
They
working
have
at Area
dismissed his
51
story
anyway.
as mere fiction.
Why
have-
would this guy be like, hey, all this shit, this is fucking crazy, but listen, all this shit is true? And like the government is gonna be like, yeah, this guy totally worked for Area 51. Why the fuck would they ever say that? Of course they're gonna deny.
Even gone to considerable lengths to discredit him. But if Lazar's claims are false, then why has the government gone to such lengths
Exactly.
to
They're
silence him?
never gonna admit
Is the
to
government secretly reverse engineering flying saucers? And if so, why are they hiding it? I believe that the government is hiding something incredibly big and potentially life-changing from us, the people, for their own benefit. Their reaction to Bob's claims hints at guilty
it. Yeah, that's Necro.
behavior as they tried their very best to silence him. If you like this
Mr.
video and
Alien,
you want to see
Neil
more amazing
Armstrong,
content,
Nort's
go
Mr.
ahead and
Alien.
check out the next video on our channel.
God damn it. Okay, now we're going to learn about the Fermi paradox, which I thought was really interesting.
Are we the only living things in the entire universe?
Wait, why the fuck?
The observable
what
universe
is this alien
about 90
squiggles?
billion light years in diameter. There are at least 100 billion galaxies,
Why?
each with 100 to 1,000
Hell, I'm
billion
not
stars.
Indian.
Recently, we've learned that planets are very common too. And there are probably trillions and trillions of
Okay, there we go.
habitable planets in the universe, which means there should be lots of
hell?
opportunity for life to develop and exist, right? But where is it? Shouldn't the universe be teeming with spaceships?
Send that to me
Let's take a
on
step
Discord,
back.
Flesh. I'm not Arab! Make up your fucking mind. First you guys are like big booty
Even
Latino.
if there are
Now
alien
Arab.
civilizations in other galaxies, there's no way we'll ever know about them. Basically, everything outside of our direct galactic neighborhood, the so-called
Yeah,
local
check
group,
my profile
is pretty
on
much
Twitter.
out of our reach
I
forever
promise I'm not
because of the
Arabic.
expansion of the universe. Even if we had
I'm
really
not
fast
Mexican.
spaceships,
Oh
it
my
would literally
God.
take billions of years to reach these places, traveling through the emptiest areas in the universe. So
Yeah,
let's focus on the
Mexicans,
Milky
yeah.
Way. The Milky Way is our home galaxy. It consists of up to 400 billion stars. That's a lot of stars. Counting
No,
one
I
per
didn't see
second,
your
it
post.
would
What
take you
dumb shit
100
did you do
lifetimes
now?
to count them all. There are about 20 billion sun-like stars in the Milky Way, and estimates suggest that a fifth of them have an
I'm not
Earth-sized planet
Asian.
in its habitable zone,
Or
the
French.
area with conditions that enable life to exist. If only 0.1% of those planets harbored life, there would be 1 million planets with life in the Milky Way. But wait, there's more. The Milky Way is about 13 billion years old. In the beginning, it would not have been a good place for life because things exploded a lot.
Oh, yeah, all
but after
VTubers
1
are
to
using
2
true.
billion years, the first
Sorry,
habitable planets
I
were
forgot.
born. Earth is only 4 billion years old, so there have probably been trillions of chances for life to develop on other planets in the past. If only a single one of them had developed into a space-traveling super civilization, we would have noticed by now. What would such a civilization look like? There are 3 categories. A Type 1 civilization would be able to access the whole energy available on its planet.
Is this
In
us?
case you're wondering,
Are we a
we're
Type 1
currently around
civilization?
0.73 on the scale,
Oh.
and we should reach Type 1 sometime in the next couple of hundred years.
Oh.
Type 2 would be a civilization capable of harnessing all of the energy of its home star. This would require some serious science fiction, but it is
So we're
doable in
dumbasses.
principle. Concepts like the Dyson sphere, a giant complex surrounding the sun, would be conceivable. Type 3 is a civilization that basically controls.
What if all life forms in the universe are just on equal footing as us, and that's why we haven't seen any aliens?
Its whole galaxy and its energy. An alien race this advanced would probably be godlike to us. But why should we be able to see such an alien civilization in the first place? If we were to build generation spaceships that could sustain a population for around 1,000 years, we could
Yeah,
colonize the
what if
whole
we're all
galaxy
just
in
dumb?
2 million
What if
years.
all of us are
Sounds
stupid?
like a long time, but remember, the Milky Way is huge. So if it takes a couple of million years to colonize the entire galaxy, and there are possibly millions, if not billions of planets that sustain life in the Milky Way, and these other life forms have had considerably more time than we've had,
French.
then where are all the aliens?
French? Why does it sound like Ram Ranch? French? Cowboy? And your name is Cowboy! Holy fuck! Wait, hold on. Cowboy at Ram French. Naked cowboys at Ram French.
This is the Fermi paradox, and nobody has an answer to it. But we do have some ideas.
It's
Let's
starting to
talk
make
about
sense
filters.
now.
A filter in this context represents a
Naked
barrier that is
French
really hard for life to
cowboys,
overcome.
Canadian cowboys
They come
at
in various
Ram
degrees
French.
of scary. 1. There are great filters, and we have passed them. Maybe it is way harder for complex life to develop than we think. The process allowing
Yeah.
life to begin hasn't yet been completely figured out, and the conditions required may be really complicated. Maybe in the past, the universe was way more hostile, and only recently have things cooled down to make
You can't redeem the mercy killing until you have 1,000,000 points.
complex life possible. This would also mean that we may be unique, or at least one of the first, if not the first, civilization in the entire universe. 2, there are great filters, and they are ahead of us. This one would be really
the
bad.
great filter
Maybe
thing is
life
really
on our level
interesting.
exists everywhere in the universe, but it gets destroyed when it reaches a certain point, a point that lies ahead of us. For example, awesome future technology exists, but when activated, it destroys the planet. The last words of every advanced civilization would be, "This new device will solve all of our problems once I push this button." If this is true, then we are closer to the end than the beginning.
What if AI is the great filter? Can I redeem suicide in Cowboy's place? No, you cannot. Denied. Denied.
Of human existence. Or maybe there is an ancient time.
Like where we are now with AI, we're on the very, very tip of the iceberg. Like, I don't think we've even figured out all the things that can happen or be used with AI. I think in 100 years, like beyond our lifetime, it'll be absolutely fucking crazy. And what if AI, like one day in like 500 years, is the great filter?
Type 3 civilization that monitors the universe and...
Like right now, all we really do is fuck around and make art with it. And make dumb songs and like do like other small things. Nothing too crazy, but I mean, look where we were like 20 years ago with technology in comparison to where we are now. In just 20 years. Think about 500 years from now.
Once a civilization is advanced enough, it gets
what if the aliens should we claim to
in an
see?
instant.
With AI, we get lazy, never move anymore, and human bodies turn into bodies of aliens we're used to seeing?
There is no way for us to know. One final thought, maybe we're alone. Right now, we have no evidence that there's any life besides us. Nothing. The universe appears to be empty and dead. No one sending us messages, no one answering our calls. We may be completely alone, trapped on a tiny moist mud ball in an eternal universe. Does that thought scare you? If it does, you're having the correct emotional reaction. If we let life on this planet die, perhaps there will be no life left in the universe. Life will be gone, maybe forever. If this is the case, we just have to venture to the stars and become the first Type 3 civilization to keep the delicate flame of life existing and to spread it until the universe breathes its final breath and vanishes into oblivion. The universe is too beautiful not to be experienced by someone.
In a few thousand years, AI will become conscient and replace humans, and AI will think they're humans. They will create their version of AI that will replace them in a few more thousand years. You think so?
This video was made possible by
I think eventually we will get to the point where AI does become sentient. And I think we're a lot closer to that than we realize.
Support. It takes at least 200 hours to make one of our videos, and thanks to your contributions on Patreon, we are slowly able to do more and more of them. If you want to help us out...
Hello mortals. In 1901, Guglielmo Marconi sent the first wireless radio transmission over the Atlantic Ocean. This marked a new era of across-the-globe radio communication, which came with an interesting side effect of turning the Earth into a giant radio lighthouse that continuously screams out its location into outer space.
Yeah,
Yet,
most of his videos are more on the
responded to us.
shorter
More than
side.
that, seemingly no one else has transmitted similar well-ordered radio messages from other planets either. Thanks to
I didn't want to make them too long because then I'll end up streaming for like 10 hours.
100 billion stars in the Milky Way, each with an average of 2 planets orbiting them, it is estimated that our galaxy harbors at least 300 million Earth-like planets. Estimates vary from millions of inhabited planets and thousands of interstellar civilizations to none. Although we've been constantly broadcasting and listening for more than 100 years, the universe looks lifeless. Thinking about this, the Italian-American physicist Enrico Fermi, being in a casual conversation about recent UFO reports, asked the question, but where is everybody? Thus, the existential Fermi paradox was born,
Where is
which
everybody?
is the conflict between the lack of clear, obvious evidence for extraterrestrial life and various high estimates for their existence. The possible explanations range from somewhat exciting or weird, to straight up terrifying. That's why we shall order them in an iceberg chart, We're the ones closer to the tip.
I've watched stuff about ancient aliens. I remember watching the shows on like History Channel or something. Well, that's been a long time ago now.
Are more common or comforting, but diving deeper, the answers get more convoluted and frightening.
Ads. Poor Tony. Poor Tony.
As far as we know,
He's in the void.
speed of light is the fastest speed possible in the universe, for now. But the universe is big, very big. It may be that technologically advanced alien civilizations exist out there in the galaxy, but they are simply too far away for meaningful two-way radio communication. If an alien civilization lies 10,000 light years away, it will take 20,000 years to exchange a reply. The German astronomer Sebastian von Horner estimated the average lifespan of a civilization to be around 6,500 years and the average distance between civilizations in the Milky Way to be 1,000 light years. Given these numbers, it is highly likely for one or both civilizations to go extinct before finding out about each other's existence. Or they could give up on their search entirely, given how long it takes to establish communication at the interstellar scale. But maybe radio waves are overrated. Humans have had radio transmission for only 1.7% of their civilized history. Perhaps alien civilizations are detectable through their radio emissions for a similarly short time, after which they outgrow radio through technological advancement. There could still be some leakage of microwave radiation used to transmit power from solar satellites to ground receivers, but that would hardly be detectable. An advanced alien species could evolve beyond broadcasting through electromagnetic waves and communicate by technologies that aren't yet discovered by humankind, such as streams of neutrinos, gravity waves, or more likely some type of particles whose existence we are not even aware of yet. Perhaps our Milky Way is an entire galactic net of alien communication and we're wearing the wrong glasses.
Aliens are dumb.
What if we give humanity less credit than it deserves? What if humans are actually more intelligent than most aliens, comparably speaking? Perhaps we're among the first...
That would actually be fucking crazy. Where did it ever even come from that aliens are like insanely fucking intelligent? What if we are the intelligent ones and they're just dumb as fuck? I've never even thought about that.
First to reach the technological advancement level necessary for communication. The oldest discovered fossils of a human belong to an Australopithecus named Lucy, which lived in Ethiopia 2.8 million years ago. Homo sapiens, just like emerged in Africa 300,000 years ago, but they started to exhibit behavioral modernity that would differentiate them from other hominins just 160,000 years ago. Before that, they were simple gatherers and hunters.
Theoretically, it's possible if you consider that our planet is more dangerous than other death world than the other death world theory.
Was in 1898, with the first set wireless radio signal. Human history is proof that it takes evolution a long, long time not only to pop intelligent life into existence,
the idea that
but also that the species
they have
needs time to come to a development level that would make it visible through space.
Welcome back, everybody, from the void that had to sit through ad void.
Aren't dumb. Instead, they're much rarer than we think. The rare Earth hypothesis states that the origin of life and the evolution of organisms smart enough for communication requires an improbable combination of both astrophysical and geological circumstances. Take a look at our planet. In order for intelligent life to evolve here so that you can end up watching meme compilations at 2 a.m.
The thing about the death world thing, or that it would be dangerous to other life forms, is we have lived on this planet for many fucking years, obviously, and so our body and our atoms or whatever are used to the things on this planet could be poisonous to other beings that are not from here. So, I mean, it is a possibility.
A myriad of complex and precise events had to happen. Our solar system is not too far inside the Milky Way to be bombarded by supernovae. Our planet formed in the sun's habitable zone. We have Jupiter as a giant...
I fucking love War of the Worlds. I love that movie so much. It's so fucking good.
Guardian from meteoroids, a large enough moon that balances the Earth, a magnetosphere, tectonic plates, oceans, the right chemistry of Earth and atmosphere, and most importantly, whatever it was that led the life to transition to multicellular life, sexual reproduction, the Cambrian explosion, and As a result, human intelligence. This could mean that the probability of life appearing is infinitesimally small,
We could watch
let alone
War of the
an
Worlds.
intelligent one,
We
and
could
that
totally
Earthlings
watch
are the
that.
only lucky ones to have evolved into existence, at the very least in our close galactic neighborhood. Yet,
Zoo?
what
Oh
if-
yeah! This is the one where we're so fucking dumb that aliens don't even bother with us and they treat us like a fucking zoo. They treat us like how we treat animals that we go see in a zoo. We're just basically an exhibit for them.
Earth is treated as some kind of zoo, or safari, where aliens would intentionally not contact us and stay as
What is the new War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise?
invisible as possible in order to let Earthlings go through their natural evolution and sociocultural development. Perhaps the Great Milky Way alien
Oh, I didn't
confederacy
know.
agreed
I didn't
not
know
to
they
interact
remade it.
with any developing civilization
No,
until they
I'd
have
watch the
crossed
one
a
with Tom
certain point
Cruise.
of
That's the one I
maturity,
like.
such as becoming a Type 1 or Type 2 civilization. We could get a surprise birthday party in some sense. But in the meantime, perhaps an extraterrestrial PhD student in sociology is writing a paper based on the observations of how poorly we are handling our socio-political situations on Earth at the moment. What if we underestimate how much alien life might differ from that of Earth? Aliens may be psychologically
I wish I
unwilling
looked
to
like
attempt
that.
to contact other
Whoa,
life forms,
whoa.
simply because that's how they are, unlike you curious humans. On the other hand, their math and science could differ radically from those defined on Earth, with different perspectives
see
on
that
the
thing?
physical world and how it works. Because of that,
What
their
if that's
potential
just my
residual
real
signals
form
sent into
inside
space
my
may
body?
appear to us as total nonsense
And I
and
just
go
unzip
undetected.
my
They
skin
could also exist as
and
something
walk out of
totally
it.
different from
And that's
us,
what I look like.
maybe in the form of electromagnetic fields or as digital entities. If they're advanced enough, perhaps they might live in dimensions or spaces not even yet known to us. Time for the most plausible explanation of all. What if we've already detected them, but thought that it was too good to be true? Seriously, have you seen this photo, or this? What about this? Is this not realistic enough for you? Maybe you also think that Egyptians built the pyramids. And who do you think the Nazca lines were
I
made
remember
for?
the Ancient
Alex
Aliens
Jones was
show
sent
about
from
the
heavens to
pyramids.
open our
The
ignorant
episode about the
eyes.
pyramids.
The
I remember
government
that.
most certainly knows about them, and is in active contact with them.
You know what movie we didn't mention though when we're talking about alien movies? Fucking Mars Attacks. I love that movie so much. Mars Attacks.
Or even worse, the government is the aliens in disguise. Or perhaps the true aliens are the friends we've made along
I
the way.
fucking love it.
But in
It's
all
great.
seriousness, scientifically speaking, it's highly unlikely
how does
that
it- how
any
does
of
it
the
sound?
alien conspiracies are real. On this topic, I can recommend the book, The Demon-Haunted World, by Carl Sagan. So let's keep it rolling.
It's actually kind of hard.
Von Horner also concluded that technological advancements may usually bring to the destruction of a civilization based on the premise stating that the
I
progress
was an
of
alien
science
all
and
along.
technology on Earth was driven by
Yeah,
two
Mars
factors,
Attacks.
the struggle for domination and the desire for an easy life. The first one can potentially lead to complete destruction, while the second one leads to biological and mental degradation. Take the Cold War for example.
Shut
During
up.
the period, tensions between the two world powers were so intense that it could have led to a near-total nuclear annihilation of our entire species. The few survivors would be thrown centuries into the past. We can thank Stanislav Petrov for preventing
Let me
that,
make YouTube
who
chat,
correctly
like,
assumed
bigger.
that an
There we go.
American nuclear
How's that?
attack on the Soviet Union spotted on the
There?
radar was a false alarm. For the second factor, the
I don't know where
desire
to
to
put
make
you
life
guys.
easier and
enough.
consumerism in today's society comes at big costs of climate change and environmental damage that reflects on the overall well-being of humans. Perhaps a similar destructive fate is inevitable for all intelligent civilizations. Another hypothesis is that an intelligent species beyond a certain
Where the
point of
fuck am I putting
technological
you?
advancement will start
What if I just
destroying
put you
other
here?
intelligent species as they are discovered. Be
Wait,
it
no, my
paranoia,
fucking,
desire for expansion, greed, or just pure evilness, aliens might come in
My
many
alerts are
flavors.
over there.
This behavior might also be seen as an act of caution. A formerly aggressive intelligent
About
species
there?
that has overcome their own self-destructive tendencies might view any other species as a potential threat to their own, if they assume that everyone is like
You
them.
like being right here?
Perhaps the first species that would achieve interstellar travel will necessarily annihilate anyone else who might grow up to become a threat later on. I don't blame them. I wouldn't trust humanity to initiate a peaceful first contact. Have you seen the movies about aliens they make?
Good enough. They're just gonna
This
go
theory
there.
is named after the Dark Forest novel by Lute Cixin, where aliens dare not reveal themselves.
I'll let you
in fear
guys
of a
out of
highly
the
aggressive
cuck chair
and
for
technologically
now.
advanced species that hunts down anyone that makes their presence
Oh, great.
known.
Now they're fighting.
If such a
Great,
civilization
here we
exists
go.
and terrorizes the galaxy, the most rational decision for us would be to send as few radio signals in space as possible. This way, humanity is less likely to be detected by an apex predator. Stephen Hawking was quoted as saying that meeting an advanced civilization
But
could
chat,
be
are you
like
gonna
Native
take that
Americans
abuse?
encountering Columbus. That didn't turn out so well. Let's hope they're wrong, otherwise we have to be really silent. There have been 5 major mass extinctions on Earth
Are you
so
used to
far
it?
that resulted in most living species being eliminated, like the one of the non-avian dinosaurs, or the Permian-Triassic extinction, which has killed over 90% of all
Sharks
species.
are so fucking
What if
cool.
life
We should do a
arising in
shark
the
day.
universe
We
isn't
should do a
that
shark
rare?
day.
However, mass
I love
extinctions
sharks.
happen so often that it makes
I
it
used to always
virtually
watch Shark
impossible for
Week.
an intelligent species to evolve past the point of interplanetary expansion. Events such as large asteroids, massive volcanic eruptions, gamma-ray bursts,
Shut up!
solar flares, or major pandemics could cripple or destroy intelligent life. Aside from the natural ones, a civilization might auto-destruct because of a technologically caused extinction.
You guys
What
want to
if every
watch some
single
sharks?
alien civilization at one point will attempt to
Need
develop
permission
artificial
to kill
intelligence,
Jarek? Permission
and in all
granted.
scenarios it will lead to the doom of the species? I'm not hinting at anything.
Shark.
The normal schedule of a human is working in order to be able to survive, while relaxing and enjoying themselves during the rest of the time. But what if the working part was not necessary, and humans could forever indulge in enjoying themselves?
You guys ever seen that
With
meme
increasing
of that
technological
derpy ass shark?
advancement, it's only natural that media will become more and more engaging while
He's
human
got like a
labor
big
less
ass
and less
overbite.
necessary, and if that comes before interstellar space travel, the intelligent species could lose their interest in expanding outwardly. Moreover, they could lose interest for the entire external physical universe and decide to upload their minds into massive artificial virtual environments, devoid of suffering or problems. Once such environments become self-sufficient, the secluded
what, Derpy
aliens might
can't?
orbit
Well,
a
you're definitely not
matryoshka
talking
brain
about
without emitting
me.
any signals into outer space, living their best digital life,
I do
which
not
is
have
much
a baby
more
shark
exciting than what the
voice.
cold
Shut
and barren
up.
universe has to offer. Perhaps such a hedonistic fate awaits all civilizations.
Baby
Let's
shark,
hope that the
doo-doo,
galactic
doo-doo,
metaverse
doo-doo,
will at
baby
least be
shark,
cross-platform,
doo-doo,
so
doo-doo.
that we can at least digitally join the aliens. The existence of aliens
Okay.
still remains an open
Fuck this guy for putting the Discord join sound in the video. Fuck you, what's your name? Science File, the AI.
mystery. Great minds from all fields of science theorized about possible
Yeah,
explanations.
fuck me up too.
Whether
I was
you
like,
want
what the
to join
fuck?
the search for aliens, or simply to deepen your STEM knowledge in order
I was
to
like, am
excel
I
at
in a
college,
Discord call?
work, or just everyday life, Brilliant has got you covered.
Fuck
It is
this
the
guy.
best platform for learning math and science interactively, which
That's
immerses
an
you in
ad.
thousands
Fuck
of
you. Get out of here.
Imagine NASA announced today that they found aliens. Bacteria on Mars, weird alien fish in the oceans of Europa, and also ancient
Cowboy thought he
alien
got
ruins on Titan.
disconnected from his
Wouldn't that be
Discord
great?
call.
Well, no. It would be horrible news. Devastating even.
Stop! I don't
It
have
could
a
mean
butt
that the
plug.
end of humanity is almost certain and that it might be coming soon. Why? Why would the most exciting discovery of our lifetime be bad?
No, I don't.
Let us imagine the development
I'm gonna
of life
have to
from
beat the
its
shit out of
inception
you.
to us today as a flight of stairs. The first step is dead chemistry that needs to assemble itself into self-replicating patterns, stable and resilient, but also able to change and evolve. The second step is for our early life to become more complex, able to build more complicated structures, and use the available energy much more efficiently. On the next step, these cells combine to become multicellular beings, enabling unbelievable variety and further
Shut up,
complexity.
Mr. E.
The step above sees the species evolve
I have
to
a normal
brains,
tail. Fuck
enabling
off.
the use of tools, culture, and shared knowledge.
I
which
do
creates
not.
even
Wait, hold
higher
on. What?
complexity.
Whoa. What do you mean the type of cat that puts stuff up there? Like that's a normal thing. Like there's just like a special breed of cat that just happens to put stuff up its ass. What the fuck are you even saying? Like, oh yeah, that looks like one of those weird-ass cats that happens to shove stuff up their butt all the time. Like, what?
The species
What?
can now become the dominant life form on its planet.
Yeah, I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it when my cat shoves stuff up its ass. Holy shit. I hate when that happens. I thought I got a normal cat, but no, I happened to get one of those fucking cats to shove stuff up their ass again. Gosh darn it.
And change it according to its needs. First, shy attempts to leave its planet are happening. This is where we are now. It's in the nature of life as we know it to reach out, to cover every niche it
No,
can.
there are not,
And
River,
since
shut
planets
up!
have a limited carrying capacity and lifespan, if a species wants to survive, it will look for more places to spread to. So the steps above the current ones seem logical. Colonize your own solar system. Then spread further to reach other stars.
I'm gonna
To
colonize
the
all of
possible
you.
final step, becoming a galaxy-wide
You guys ready to get
civilization.
colonized?
It's very likely that this is a universal principle for civilization.
What the fuck is boofing? Boofing? What is boofing? What's that mean? My cat always boofing its trees. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? Butt chugging? What is that? What does that mean? Does that mean putting stuff in your butt? Is that? Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Is that a word for putting stuff on your butt? No fucking way. Why does it sound like that? Does the colonization come with a hug? Perhaps. I'll consider it. I've never fucking heard that word in my life. Never in my life. You shouldn't teach me words like that. I'll start using them. Boof. 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 That sounds like a dog. Boof. 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 Is it not? That sounds like a fucking dog. Boof. 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 Nani the boof cat. No, do not normalize that. Boof yourself! Boof yourself! Now! Your butt absorbs stuff? I hate that I'm reading this. Your butt absorbs stuff to your bloodstream more effectively than oral consumption. Boofing alcohol can get you drunk much faster. Wait, you guys just fucking put alcohol up your butt? Wait, what? Hold on. How do you get it in there? You use like a funnel? Like an oil funnel? And you just pour it in there? That's why white girls use vodka, soap, tampons? What? What the fuck is wrong with you? What? Why is there so much butt talking points going on? I don't know! I don't know! Stop talking about buttholes! Stop talking about buttholes! Okay, we're done? We're done? Is the butthole talk over? I did not really need to learn about this stuff! I fucking hate all of you! Oh my god. Jesus Christ. This is my life now. This is my life. I decided to become a fucking streamer. I was like, oh, well, I'm a pretty cool cat. I could maybe be a streamer. Maybe I could be a streamer. And I was like, yeah, it's going to be so fun. Oh my God, it's going to be so much fun. Yay. I'm going to be a streamer. Woo. And then now, a month later, by the way, I just want to mention that I've only been streaming for a month. Okay. And already we're having conversations about people putting stuff in their ass. This is my life. Thank you. Thank you very much.
No matter where they're from. If a species is competitive and driven enough to take control over its planet, they'll probably not stop there. We know that there are
I've
up
been
to
streaming.
500 billion
My
planets
debut
in the
was a
Milky
month
Way.
ago.
At least 10 billion Earth-like planets. Many have been around billions of years longer
I've been
than Earth.
streaming for a month.
But we're observing
And you
zero
guys are already
galactic
talking about
civilizations.
buttholes.
We should be able to see something, but there's nothing. Space
This is a great
seems to
time
be
to join the
empty
stream right when
and
you
dead.
talk about shoving. No, I was not talking about shoving the stuff. No. I was not talking about shoving stuff in my ass. They were teaching me about people that shove stuff in their ass. I don't do that, okay? I would never.
This means something is preventing living things
A+
from climbing
progress
the
for streaming for
staircase
a month, though.
beyond the step
Yeah,
we're on
thanks.
right now.
Thank
Something
you.
that makes becoming a galactic civilization extremely hard,
I hope you all shit yourself.
maybe impossible. This is the Great Filter, a challenge or danger so hard to overcome that it eliminates almost every species that encounters it.
Move yourself! God damn it. Yeah, shit yourself! Shit yourself! Now!
There are two scenarios. One means we are incredibly special and lucky. The other one means we are doomed and practically already dead.
No!
depends
Oh
on
my
where the filter
God, Lee.
is
I'm
on our
gonna fucking
staircase.
kill you, I swear to God.
Behind or ahead of us.
You do an impressive GG impression? You know what? Right after I had my debut, a lot of people said that I sound like Gigi already. So I guess I'm meant to do Gigi impersonations. Butt Cat screams for chat. Don't call me Butt Cat. I swear to God, you will not, do not ever call me Butt Cat, you fucker. No, do not call me Butt Cat. Do not call me Butt Ghost. Do not call me fucking Butt Gotchi or anything else that involves a butt. No, not Butt Fucker. No, not Butt Kitten. I hate all of you. I hate you all. I hope you shit your pants.
The filter is behind us.
You shit your pants or I will.
We are the first. If the filter is behind us, that means that one of the steps we passed is almost impossible to take. Which
Shut
step
up,
could
Lee!
it be? Is life itself extremely rare? It's very hard to make predictions about how likely it is for life to emerge
Ritter!
from dead things. There is no consensus. Some scientists think it develops everywhere where the conditions are
No,
right.
I will shit
Others
your pants. I will shit your pants. I'm gonna shit all of your pants. So fucking hard.
think that Earth might be the only living place in the universe. Another candidate is the step of complex animal cells. A very specific thing happened on this step, and as far as we
Then
know,
I'll shit
it
your
happened
ass.
exactly
I
once.
don't care. We'll make it work.
A primitive hunter cell swallowed another cell, but instead of devouring it, the two cells formed a union. The bigger cell provided shelter, took care of interacting with the environment and providing resources, while the smaller one used its new home.
I feel so fucking sorry for new people that like click on this stream. Can you fucking imagine just like going on Twitch and you're like doo doo doo. Doo doo doo. Oh wow, what a nice little day on Twitch. Wow, I can't wait to sit down on the couch and relax after a hard day's work. Today, I should watch some Twitch. That sounds like fun. Oh, wow, this cat is learning about aliens. Holy shit. And then they click on my stream and it's just, shit your pants! Yeah. I'm sure I make a first impression on a lot of people pretty often. Yeah, oh, she looks cute. Shit yourself! Oh, fuck.
Free stuff to focus on providing a lot of extra energy for its host. With the abundant energy, the host cell could grow more than before and build new and expensive things to improve itself.
I hope my fucking mama never comes to my stream. I hope she's never like, wow, I wonder what my cute little daughter is doing. I wonder what my cute little daughter is doing on her stream today. And then she just turns it on, and I'm just like, shit your pants, you fuck! My VTuber mama, my VTuber mama. They're like, oh my god, Nani is so cute. I made such a cute little cat girl. She's so adorable. Look at her. I should go to her stream and see what she's doing.
While the guest became the powerhouse of the cells. These cells make up every animal on the planet. Maybe there are billions of bacteria.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, oh fuck. Something happened with this one. We're just gonna pretend like this one doesn't exist. You know about the Great Mitochondrial War? We won in the end, but they tried to make us produce only females because they get passed on by eggs only. What? Is that an alien thing? I already say all the time that I'm the black sheep of the show family.
Planets in the Milky Way,
it's just a fact.
But not a single one, apart from us, has achieved our level of complexity or intelligence. We humans feel very smart and sophisticated with our crossword puzzles and romantic novels, but a big brain is, first and foremost, a very expensive evolutionary investment. They are fragile. They don't help in a...
I've watched Furumi a lot. I think Furumi and I are kind of pretty similar in a lot of ways.
Fight with a bear, they cost enormous amounts of energy. And despite them, it took modern humans 200,000 years to get from sharp sticks to civilization. Being smart does not mean you get to win automatically. Maybe intelligence is just not so great, and we're lucky that it worked out for us. Scenario 2. The filter is ahead of us. Plenty of others died already. A great filter before us is orders of magnitude more dangerous than anything we encountered so far. Even if a major disaster killed most of us or threw us back thousands of years, we would survive and recover. And if we can recover, even if it takes a million years, then it's not a great filter, but just a roadblock to an eventual galactic civilization. On universal timescales, even millions of years are just the blink of an eye. If a great filter really lies before us, it has to be so dangerous, so purely devastating.
I'm learning, okay? I'm learning about stuff.
And powerful,
it's about the great
it has
filter.
Destroyed most, if not all, advanced civilizations in our galaxy over billions of years. A really daunting and...
Although I think this is the last one. Then we can do what we can find.
Is that once a species takes
I'm gonna play
control
that
over
short you
its
sent
planet,
me after this one, I think.
already on the path to self-destruction. Technology is a good way to achieve that.
I could have gone my entire life without learning about that, by the way. Thank you, chat.
And so dangerous that its discovery leads almost universally to an existential disaster.
Yeah, Tony, you should be.
A large-scale nuclear war. Nanotechnology that gets out of control.
Now I'm gonna have nightmares.
Genetic engineering of the perfect superbug. An experiment that lights the whole atmosphere up.
What the fuck do you mean? No! No, first of all, my tail is not detachable. It is not a butt plug. And I don't share anything with Calvin. I fucking hate that guy.
On fire. It might be a super intelligent AI that accidentally or purposely destroys its creators. Or things that we can't even see coming right now. Or it's way simpler. Species competitive enough to take over their planet necessarily destroy it while competing with each other for resources.
You don't want to know.
Maybe there are runaway chain reactions in every ecosystem that once set in motion are not fixable. And so once a civilization is powerful enough to change the composition of its atmosphere, they make their planet uninhabitable 100% of the time. Let's hope that that's not the case. If the filter is ahead of us, our odds are really bad. What we can hope for.
You want to know what Calvin is? I'll show you at the end of stream.
This is why finding life beyond Earth would be horrible. The more common life is in the universe, and the more advanced and complex it is, the more likely it becomes that a filter is in front of us.
If you
Bacteria
have to fucking
would be
know.
bad, small animals would be worse,
Not my husband.
intelligent life would be alarming. Ruins of ancient alien civilizations would be horrible. The best case scenario for us right now is that Mars is
the last video in my
that
little
Europa's
playlist.
oceans are devoid of life,
Not
and
yet,
the
fuck
vast
off.
arms of the Milky Way harbor only empty oceans, hugging dead continents. That there are billions of empty planets waiting to be discovered and to be filled up with life.
Oh yeah, I'm
Billions
gonna
of new
fill it up.
homes.
I'll fill up a planet. I'll fill up a whole planet, you know what I mean? Okay, you want to know what stupid fucking Calvin is? Here you go. Alright, who's it gonna be? Tracy? Jonah? Calvin? Okay, I'll check the desk drawers when we go. Why is he a fucking clown? God, I hate this so much. I have to get the thing. I have to get the thingy. Calvin, I need it's like Naniception. Oh God, I hate everything about this. Why does this guy look like a fucking clown? Ew, I fucking hate this guy. Calvin, okay, let's check Calvin. Hello, Calvin. I hate you, Calvin. Oh my fucking God! Oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck
Nope.
you.
New job.
God damn it, Calvin, you fucker. Where is it? I don't even remember what I'm looking for. Ah! What the fuck is that? Calvin, can you go? I have to go talk to Calvin. Oh my fucking God. Calvin, go away. Close the door. Sigil. There's a sigil around here somewhere. Calvin sucks ass. Calvin is a fucking demon, I'm telling you. Calvin, do you have the sigil? You fucker. Swear to fucking God, Calvin. You're pissing me off.
Rebecca.
I'm here. Stop saying my name. Ah, okay. Okay, he's gone. Ah, Calvin! Oh my fucking God, no! Help! Light. God damn it! Reliving my trauma. Oh my God. I think I just had a fucking stroke. Holy fuck. I fucking hate Calvin. And put him back in the storage. How do we know which person it is? We'll just guess. We're just like, I think it's fucking Calvin. This is like my second stream or third stream ever, I think. Calvin, I'm gonna be honest, buddy. You've been an asshole, and now I'm gonna have to burn you. Oh my fucking God. I hate Calvin so much. Time to get burned, Calvin. I fucking hate him!
Are you sure this is the right one?
Shut up, Calvin! I fucking hate you. Moment of truth. I haven't played a horror game in a while. You, Calvin. Rest in peace, Calvin! I fucking hate you! Holy f***, what happened? I hate Calvin! No! Yeah! No! Calvin was fucking terrible. I hate him. I curse Calvin's entire bloodline. Every bad thing that happened to me was because of Calvin. I fucking hate Calvin. I still hate him to this day. He sucks ass and he's dumb and ugly. Okay, that's just how it is.
Never doubted.
Oh, hello,
Heck
Pippa.
yeah.
Tsundere, not me. I hate him. I fucking hate Calvin so much. It has been a while since we played a horror game, though, hasn't it? Yeah, but jump scare. Okay, let me see this thing. This is something Vlesh sent me. Hold on, let's see what it is.
NASA has whole archives of data, much of which I believe will likely have information that will help inform UAP. We need only look. And again, in an era with AI and ML, we can relatively quickly and easily go through it. So I think it's something that we should encourage NASA to do.
This is a presentation from the UATP task force. This is completely absurd. It's nuts, this level of censorship, of redaction on a document. It shows the redaction of how many reports they've collected, for how many years. 2 of the 3 potential explanations are blacked out. The Pentagon, the intelligence community is treating us like children. It's time for us to know the truth about this. I think that we can handle it.
Has the government conducted secret UAP crash retrieval programs, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, were they designed to identify and reverse engineer alien craft, yes or no?
Yes.
In your book, you mentioned government employees who've been injured by UAPs placed on leave and receiving government compensation for their injuries. Is that correct?
That is correct.
How can the government deny we have recovered craft if they're paying people because they've been injured by recovered craft?
Ma'am, that's a great question. That's why I think we're here again.
I really believe that we should use this hearing as a catalyst to improve and bolster our air defense capabilities and our maritime domain awareness capabilities, because obviously there are holes in it, whether it be UAP of non-HI direction or NHI direction, or, like you, as you say, sir, China or any other adversary.
NASA has...
Yeah, so they basically have fucking confirmed it. Man, I'm telling you, our government, they be covering up some stuff. Mm-hmm. They're shady. Anyway, that's all I have for alien videos. I mostly wanted to learn about Area 51 and the Great Filter Theory because I thought it was interesting. So, just saying. Let me switch over and we can talk. We can talk more about it. Hold on. Turn off my filter. Hello. Yeah, release the files. My eyes, too bad. Shut up, you're gonna look at me whether you like it or not. Release the files! We wanna know! We need the truth! We deserve the truth. Now that the alien intermission is over, can we go back to the stream topic of butt stuff? No! Shut up! We're not talking about butt stuff anymore! God fucking damn it! I swear to fucking God, you guys cannot be normal for one stream! One single stream! You can't be normal! The last topic of conversation is butt stuff. You don't want to know about the raccoon? Wait, is it the fucking raccoons you talked about earlier putting stuff up their butt? No! Want to eat Nani up looking like a Hershey's Kiss? Yeah. Go ahead and try, see what happens. No, the raccoons put themselves up your butt. What? That is so much worse! I don't want raccoons up my ass! I don't want raccoons in my butt! That sounds awful. They have hands. Have you seen those? Raccoons have hands. They have like thumbs. Yeah. Have you seen what they do to fucking drywall? Imagine what they would do to my butt. I'm just saying. There's some cute... Raccoons are cute, but I don't want them up my ass. I'm just saying. Okay? No, not raccoon time. I've seen videos of raccoons like eating through walls and cabinets and all kinds of shit. They're fucking crazy. They get into everything. No! Penko is not going up my ass. It is not raccoon time. Oh my fucking God. Shut up! Shut up! Oh, I swear. I'm putting you all in the cellar. You're gonna have to spend some time in the cellar. No! Definitely not Calvin. Definitely not Calvin. What about those tanukis in Japan with the huge nut sacks? No! Pansy Adam, hello! Thank you for following. Please ignore my chat. They're all retarded. Ban everyone from the fridge? No, I'm gonna banish them to the fridge. That's it. Everybody's getting banished to the fridge. You're not allowed out. Yeah. You have to stay in the fridge. So have fun. Okay? Yeah, it's a punishment for you, and that's good enough for me. You're fun to watch, thanks. Thank you. If you guys will leave me alone and bother Vane, I feel like that's a win, to be honest. Yeah, you're the distraction. You're the distraction, Vane. I didn't talk about butt stuff. I don't believe you. I'm me pull up your logs. You ever mentioned butts? Let's see here. Did you said boof yourself! Don't be cat! Nani's the boof ghost. Colon gotchi! What do you have to say for yourself, huh? What do you have to say for yourself? That's crazy, Vin. Wow. It's almost like that stuff is worse. Colin Gachi, shut the fuck up. You all are stupid. Yeah, whatever. Bother Vin. Yeah, it was your evil twin. Yeah, I totally fucking believe you. I totally believe you. Something got into him. He regrets his decisions. I bet he does. You took over Vin's brain for a minute? Actually, I would not doubt that. That sounds like something you would do. Everything that Vin said sounds like something that River would say, but at the same time, it also sounds like something all of you would say. So it's like, it could have been anybody, honestly. It could have been any one of you. You fucking assholes. Okay, it's time to wrap up stream. I'm done dealing with you guys for the day. I'm gonna go lock you in the fridge. I'm gonna raid you out to somebody and they can fucking deal with you. They can deal with you. I'm washing my hands of you guys for the day. I've had enough of the gooligans for the day. Who's the victim? Probably Umi. I think Umi will handle you guys just fine. She can deal with it. Tomorrow, though, we're gonna do a stream, and we're gonna talk about Vine and how Vine is making a comeback. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but it's coming back, and not in the way that Elon wanted to bring it back, like actual Vine. Actual Vine. Shut the fuck up! Stop talking about butts! But yeah, Vine's coming back, and I'm excited. So we're gonna hang out. We're gonna watch some classic Vines. But do not say butt cat raid. I swear to God, I'll fucking kill all of you. I will kill every single one of you. Okay, Tony. Cool. I will fucking... Rat, I swear to God. Stop! You guys are retarded. I don't even know what to do with you anymore. I don't know what to do with you. Like, I don't know. I give up. This is just my fate, I guess. God damn it. Become a VTuber, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Okay. Anyway, be nice, you idiots. And I'll be here tomorrow, same time, same place. And we're gonna watch Vines and hang out and eat snacks and have fun. This week is kind of a wonky week because of Thanksgiving, so we're just gonna like hang out and watch videos and stuff. And I'll play Death Stranding, I think, the day after tomorrow, okay? Okay. You guys missing me playing video games yet? This cat used to play games. What happened? What happened to this cat? React Andy. React Andy. No, you're not. You like the yapping? You miss it? River misses it. That's only because he fucking gaslights me into doing dumb shit in the game. That is literally the only fucking reason. Hi, Ayakashi. Thank you for the follow. Okay. Alright, I send you to Umi, okay? Be nice. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Alright. Bye.